Okay, let me leave you with this one. Failure and success are both experiences. Make sure that you learn from both. Let me read that again for you. Failure and success are both experiences. Make sure that you learn from both. I'm Vernon Dab saying to you, I enjoyed being with you today. Hope you've learned quite a bit today. I've learned quite a bit being here from the professional.
You don't always have access to a radio. Don't worry. Download the Omega Radio app whenever apps are found and listen to Omega Radio anytime. Hey, tell anything about it.
Cricket, lovely cricket on Omega Radio as the West Indies back Australia in 3 test matches. The action starts at the land of Frankfurt and Cuckoo, June 20th. From Barbados, next up the Spice Island Grenada, July 3rd. And the final stop, the land.
You are listening to Omega Radio, broadcasting live. Omega Radio, Omega Radio.
People Auto Limited, your auto parts store of choice. Your satisfaction is our priority. We sell everything auto except gas. Visit our stores. 114 Scarborough Road, Kingston. 24 Caledonia Road, Mandeville. 16 Main Street, St. Elizabeth. Contact us at 876-618-2781. The time by B-Mall up is 1 p.m. Your Saturday afternoon has gotten better. Omega Radio Sports, 1 to 4 p.m. We give you updates, previews, reviews, and in-depth sports discussion. Our knowledgeable hosts and guests will have you glued to your radio with the latest sports topics and engaging conversations as we navigate the sporting landscape to keep you on top of things. That's Omega Radio Sports, Saturdays 1 to 4 p.m. Don't miss it. Tell a friend, tell everybody. Omega Radio Sports is sponsored by Omega Radio Network. To sponsor this program, you can contact us at 876-204-9356. It's now time for Jamaica's first daytime sports calling show, the Sports Desk. And let us have a discussion. Greetings and salutations. The Sports Desk partner. The name is Christopher Matthews. Good afternoon to the wonderful listeners of Radio Sports. Yeah, man. We also something right at the start. You know what? Jamaica needs to be a good football. You know, hard with and will be a decent, proper football. We need 4 good defenders, 4 good midfielders. So, and then we can look like 4 good defenders. Get us that. I mean, I don't know what I have to watch, man. I don't know. And the coaching is concerning. I remember people as president of this coach being in charge of a team that was heavily favored to come out from and qualify for a major team selection. When you look at the balance of the team, it was just all over the place. And while overall the team didn't play well, and once you have a plethora of players on a team not playing well, then you look at it. It's not a one player who get a barrage of chance and that's the game. Or the goalkeeper was generally good at a poor game. Nobody looked good. This play wasn't good. Build up, nothing at all was good on the night. It was, and the scoreline was flattering. I thought Guatemala was at least 2 goals better than us. Could have been even 3. And it was disappointing from the standpoint where I was on the radio yesterday and I said, I don't want Damien Lowe in the middle of my back. I don't want him. But then Damien Lowe obviously started there. He was poor. King in defense was okay, was all right. But King was taken off the field at half time. I don't understand it. And you saw glimpses of King being controlled on the ball, relaxed on the ball, moved past a couple of players. Although he gave away the ball when he tried to pass. But you can see that King is far more assured in possession on the ball, and he's a defender. He can tackle, he can win the ball. So I think the easy decision there was to put King in the middle of the park to play that holding midfield role and take Emil off the park. The man take a King off the field. So I don't understand those clear decisions. And not the coach not getting them right. We start scratch my boat. Is it going to be easy to people in terms of the teams that we face in the World Cup qualification? But maybe this coach may bottle it. Who knows? Because we don't understand decision making at all on these simple little basics. He's not a defensive midfielder. People cannot play it. He's not that guy. Can't work. And that was the biggest problem on the pitch last night.
Why? Mr. Problems all over the place. So yeah, even wasn't great. But when you look at it, limited, restricted. The NBA was what the NBA has been. Mixed up something of ineffective. Warner Brown probably had his worst game. I don't know if he could go. Brother Dave, but the tall brother Dave that big like Robbins. Not all the man. And I think this team has the ability to be fairly assured of the ball. You see that it looked like him and the man in the ball up. As he wasn't part of the planning. Is that the only time he touched the ball? Is when the play break.
That's because Emil was in the middle of the park. So if there's no restart of the play, the defenders can't give Emil the ball for him to turn.
No, but I'm saying even the midfielders had, even when his teammates had, they're not about to. But look, either he was asking for the ball and fetching it and posing himself. Because that is where you get from when name Damon. He got impose himself on a game when he has a bad game. It has to show all of the mistakes that the youth, the tall youth and the Robin. You're not going to know the same on the feet because he can't touch the ball.
That was Lord. In the other game, he got a lot of the ball because of how good the defensive midfielder was. Lowe is just not a midfielder and he disrupted everything. So Russell was now very reluctant to come forward, run in past the wide players to get into space because he knows that the defensive midfielder when alongside him no good.
Yeah, man, but me I say when other people, when Gray have it, when Latigo had it, he was making himself up.
Yeah, because of the fear of if Hayden was on the field, because I think that's the same thing when Latigo is there as well. Because of who Latigo is, other players are sometimes reluctant to do certain things because it's a very important position. It's a balance between you going forward and you defending well. So I think that plays a part in the mind of the players who is there. If it was, I believe that it was Hayden that was there, I think we would have seen more of what they're asking for from Russell last night. I think it's because in his mind, Damon Lowe was the problem. So I think while nobody played well, the biggest problem last night reality is Damon. He was never playing that position. And I don't know what his coaches are seeing. He played one half of football there, and that was the Canada game, and it fooled everybody. He's not a midfielder at this level. He will never do well. It's because you tackle more in the middle of the ball. You have to tackle more when the ball. His wildness when he plays in midfield comes into play far more often than midfield. And it should have been sent off in the first time because the first tackle was definitely a yellow card. And the referee last night was so reluctant to give him yellow card. Because it means that your tackle was so obviously poor low yet. So he could have gotten 2 yellow cards quick succession and we said that the man must not go anywhere. And again, biggest.
All right, who's it? 615. Hello.
Go to the line rather than back.
Good afternoon, Mount.
Yeah, good afternoon, gentlemen.
Yes.
Before we touch the football, besides it, Mr. McCann, understand what you were trying yesterday.
Okay, you do.
Yeah, man, you understand. I remember I'm on the other side of the argument where you come on to the spinners and the fast bowler with the argument. But if the spinner, if the fast bowler outbowl the spinner in a last game, you know you go drop him.
Here's
Here's the
difference with me and Bud. It's the Seals. We that Seals not playing in that second test was just a temporary. Seals knows that West Indies are going to pick you down the road. So you might make up your face and you swallow that. I'm saying with Moti might not play another test match.
Yeah, because you know, so to your point,
And that better about it. So Seals knows the minute we leave down here, him in at the team. Moti might not play again.
To your point, Todd Murphy and Callaghan or whatever they want name. Them go to India and play over Eastwood and a couple of the other fast bowlers. But we all know that come back to the regular conditions. Eastwood them know for them.
So we know that Seals is not dropped. We know that Seals is part and parcel of the West Indian plans going forward. Me not sure if Moti are part of them and their plan. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, man, that's a good comeback. And you know, the other thing about the field, when do I check to talk about Moti and the job, and they try to justify Moti being job? You know, tell him about the years. Even Zidane himself say when he read out some stats about a year or two ago, you read out some stats beside him, and you see Mr. Moti is a big cricket man. So yes, I'm not trying to engage with you. I'm talking about Alexander Joseph. Joseph was not performing.
Yes.
I never heard you do it at the court and said Alexander Joseph deserves to be job.
That's my argument. They're not that.
Right. I don't understand how you know that from a contract can justify.
Listen, I can understand when a coach is tactical. Where you say, boy, you say that man should have played that game. Shamar Joseph might be a test on the road.
No, but we're not really talking about no one game now, you know.
But you don't know what the plan is with the spinner them.
Right. Moti might not get a game again until a spinning wicket. Real spinning wicket as how you put it. And the truth is, if you really this year, yes, spinners play test matches, but them not get the same opportunities. Well, they not get the same opportunities like the fast bowlers in general.
The man take 5 wickets in that last test and make runs on everybody else. He made 50 and 18 under very difficult conditions. Took 5 wickets. That's the man there. The next test match.
And
that will never happen to a
16-man squad.
Yes.
And as you say, a 16-man squad. And a man who call himself cricket guru, I try to justify that.
Big man, there is no way if you pick a youth on a fast bowling track and everybody decide all over 8 to 9, everybody will get it. And he take 5 in that game. And he make more runs than everybody else. The next test match that we're going to play.
Yeah, that's true. But Zidane,
Mhm.
if I was Garvey, I would have tell Garvey on a last week match we did attack, you know. A last night match. Yeah, man. If I was Garvey, that's what I would tell you. That I never last week match we did attack, man. At this.
Oh yeah.
At this week match. You know I went to last week about the game.
Yeah. That's why I score against Guatemala.
Yeah,
Well,
understand.
yes.
But Zidane, is it that we as fans expect more from this present, not this present 11, but this present current crop of players?
Against Guatemala?
No. Generally speaking, performance.
No, but I don't think.
Not just last night.
No, I don't think if this was a game against the Americans, would be reacting like this. It was against a team that hasn't beaten us since 2020.
A team where we dismantle.
So when this team is a small fry team in comparison to you, when they beat you, you're supposed to come and say, "Whoa, what an amazing dominant performance by God." You're supposed to come and attack or lackluster.
Yeah, true.
And the coach was making some
lick the post and the keeper.
I make some brilliant saves and I make some glass. Yeah. You know them way there. Yeah, man.
And except for this game, except for the Hayden guy or whatever, no, I call her one or two others. We basically had a very, very strong team out there.
Yeah.
We had a strong team out there, and if we
I was watching the game, and let me tell you why I'm concerned about the coaching as well. And the commentator was making the point, and it was so obvious that when Leon Bailey and Cephas and Fowler was trying to press, there was this big gap between them now and the midfield. So I said, you can't press like that. Because if once they play around the front three, and there's this gap now between the two, they basically have an open midfield to run at, and they go and cut their apart.
And this is the thing now, that you can clearly see where the Guatemala coach. You can see where the coaching came into the Guatemala game, you know. You can see them make some adjustments to the approach the game last night, you know, because you realize that them try to nullify it, trick them away have as much as possible.
Yeah, but you can see a couple of double teams and triple teams at the side when Liam Bill. Because Liam Bill had his own way in the game the other day. You can see the difference.
You can see where them. I'm not saying well. They win one love, so of course them can work to perfection. So you can see where definitely what they came into the game to do. Them achieved exactly that.
Yes.
Yeah, one last thing. Where's the series done?
I don't know, but we return the lead 3-2. It's done. All right, cool. We'll take a break. Coming back.
The Jamaica Anti-Doping Commission JADCO needs your help to eliminate doping and keep sport clean. If you have concerns about any doping activity, you can share the information with JADCO anonymously. The information you share will be treated with the highest level of confidentiality. Make the right call if you see something. Say something. Protect clean sport. Protect our legacy. To report doping activity, call 888-429-5232 or visit the JADCO website at jadco.gov.j. A message from the Jamaica Anti-Doping Commission.
Jamaica! It's time to make a move with Jamaica Moves. The Corporate Wellness Challenge 8x8 edition is here. 8 challenges in months. One healthier workforce. Brought to you by the Ministry of Health and Wellness. This national movement pushes companies to compete, connect, transform your workplace one challenge at a time. Launch date Thursday, June 19, 2025. Register your company online at moh.gov.jm and lock in your spot. The Jamaica Moves Corporate Wellness Challenge 8x8 edition. Creating healthier workplaces for a healthier Jamaica.
Join me, Jermaine Morgan, known as Brother Frisco on Omega Radio Thursdays and Fridays from 5 p.m. through to 9 inside the Praise the Lord show, and Saturdays and Sunday morning from 6 a.m. through to 10 a.m. inside the Kingdom Lifestyle Radio show. Tune in and be blessed. You can't afford to miss this show with Brother Frisco on your radio.
You're listening to Jamaica's first and number one daytime sports morning show, the Sports Desk.
All right, back online. Hello. Hello.
Hello?
Yeah, man, you're live. Speak up.
What go on?
Oh, street you.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got cut off.
Yeah, see them get cut off, man. So.
Yeah.
But me just say, Zidane, boy, I don't know if I two couple things them water, but I don't know if I because the man play 4 little Jamaica way. Cause when you never excited, you could have called the amount of little things them when doing a game and you see glimpse away with that of after. But Leon Bill never do nothing for me come out with. People are say, boy, best come on, man. The man, yo. If you ever tell us something, 2 things I see what the coach said. The coach needs to build a team run the youth to get the contract from Cavalier, King, and Cephas. He needs to find a way to make Cephas get isolated all the way.
Yeah,
when Cephas get the ball, the man is so dangerous, but when Leon Bill get the ball, like, the man tie up, the man jab, man. Yo, when Cephas get the ball,
No,
the whole Guatemala, all the fans them upset.
No, but your team, why not allow you to get the ball and isolate and run past people every time like that?
No, but me I say, the coach needs to be the team run Cephas.
No, but what? No, man, I hear you, man, but I'm saying I want to address when you're saying Cephas, you must get Cephas isolated every time. I'm saying you're playing against people. So if you have blistering pace, my boss, the people are competent. They're gonna try find a way to ensure that you're not seeing grass.
Yeah, but that not
And hold on, Carla,
any,
man. And the problem with Cephas, I see Cephas just dribbling out of no pressure, just dribble outside yesterday. Go down the byline and cross the ball for your throw. So don't make it look like Cephas was special last night. He was poor as well. They all were.
Well,
and once Cephas doesn't have space running to my boss, he don't have much after that. I tell you. So don't bank on Cephas to be our savior.
So you don't think Cephas are more of a threat for Jamaica than Leon?
No, I'm not making a comparison between any two players. I'm not comparing the players to say who did this and what. I'm saying to you that if Cephas' greatest strength is to run past people, unstoppable against most wingbacks in the world. But once a team is low block, deep, and a double up, Cephas is going to be a normal player.
So you don't think that can coach?
No, it depends on how your team. You have to find a way now as a team. And if your team doesn't have good passing and good creativity from midfield, they're going to double up Cephas all the time.
Yeah, but I say nothing that can coach. If you say, all right, Cephas, they might look for you go down, come inside, touch and move. Because me see when him get the ball, the whole Guatemala team will come towards him. So if you have a midfielder, we have this IQ, have this. When him touch the ball, him take out at least 3 people out of the game now. I'll move again because they will drift towards him when he get the call. They know so one man cannot turn up to him. So them try to 1, 2, and then so if him touches inside and you have a midfielder where that's sharp, team play it and then switch the play. You don't think he more impactful for the team?
Yeah, well the others because that's a fair point. So because they do fear man, they were doubling. Both Leon Bale and him were being doubled because they were dominant players the other night. So the midfielders weren't sharp. We had Demara Gray wasn't playing particularly well, even though he was out of the game. So we had no threat in the middle of the park at all, even though they had a lot of space, in particular Damien Lowe. That's what I'm saying. Damien Lowe was a major problem last night, even though everybody had a...
Low them can't sit on the bench, man. I'll probably fight to get in that team.
No, but when I look at King composure on the ball and his vision, I'm saying it was so easy for the coach to just put King in place of Lowe in the midfield last night.
Yeah,
I didn't get the and he's very positive. He floats the ball down the path. He just have much better pass than Damien Lowe. So it would have been nice to see King with the space that Damien Lowe was receiving the balls with and see what he could have done.
If he use it. Yeah. If King use them ball, we might get be a problem.
Let me tell you what me say. I think we were just so not getting nothing from the midfield yesterday that the coach wanted Lembisika, who at least can go down the wing and try and look at him. So I think that he wanted that threat upon the field. That other method of attack of a wing back we can go down the wing, which we weren't getting before Lembis come
out.
And me always say Jamaica need that, you know. Jamaica need with Cephas span one wing now, we can be so deadly going down. We probably don't need it. The need for 2 wing backs we can overlap probably do. You know, not as urgent. But I think that is what he wanted Lembisika to bring in at the game last night.
Yeah.
That's why me watch the youth play for Newcastle before Newcastle buy a whole heap of player. If them players them now getting a ratings on the world, you know. And me tell a man already, you know, me say, you see when I tell Jamaica have that good game, yeah? You think it has something to do with no Leon Bailey or Cephas or Warner Brown. You see that youth, yeah?
Isaac Hayden.
And then youth are the clogging of the wheel, Isaac Hayden. Him and this man here, and make the clock go round, and him and the something the way I think. The man spot out every problem, and the man comfortable upon the bars. The simple pass the man do.
May I give you 3 or 4 games to start because Isaac Hayden?
No,
he never played. I will look horrible.
I will let him do right through him career. We now cuss him career window. Match up play and pass.
I remember when Gray come, we were like, yes, Gray is the new.
Orville, Gray and Isaac are 2 different type of players.
The mayor said to you, where did I hear that? Where did I hear say other players would be the greatest?
Yeah, but
I hope when Isaac come and have a bad game or two.
Yeah, it doesn't matter though, Orville, because if a player is coming and he's playing very well and he's doing what he wanted to, then he must get the credit. If he starts to play, hold on, man, if he starts to play poorly, then you're gonna be critical and say, boy, he started the first 6-7 games well, he's not playing well anymore. Yeah. That's how it go. It's just the analysis.
But Zidane, Isaac Hayden do what Isaac Hayden do. We never pick Isaac Hayden to get past 4 or 5 people and make no elaborate pass. The man do the same thing when he do for Newcastle. For him, the Arsenal, the same player, Him don't know how to do nothing else, more mash up play.
Big man, Mr. Me here, we cause Leon Bailey, Mr. We cause Great, Mr. We cause Mikel Antonio. All these are high quality players when them not play for Jamaica. We are told when them in the league and Mr. We cause Bobby Reid. I'm saying that I don't want, try not to make it appear that Isaac Hayden is the new solution to the problem. He's not. No one player can be this Jamaican team as a unit. Them going to look good some days, and some days them not going to look good. I just saw we play football from here, watch football for Jamaica. We have never been a team where you can say, we have never been a team where before every game, you can put on your pattern, guarantee, say, so we are going to turn up and we are going to play some ball. If it happens, you'll give them a clap. When it don't happen, we cuss. Yeah, that's how we are.
Yeah, but Street, I understand your point because the gap between Hayden as a defensive mid and Low and Latibo there's a world of a difference. So even though we're not going to look like Spain, it still would make us much better in that regard. Is that good? We will Street with Ghana again? Yeah, man. That's why I was saying yesterday, people, know what that got me, that while he's not our best player, based on how good he is relative to the others in the position, is our most important player. I mean, know what I said last night was going to happen once I heard that he was out and deep. So nobody can say I'm saying it now after the fact. I was saying it yesterday. I don't, even when Diego called and was asking who's going to play defensive mid, I was saying I would prefer the Cavalier guy who's now at St. Marian, by the way. It's things official now, he has been transferred. And Diego was saying that he say, yeah, he play for Cavalier. So I wanted him and not Low. So what I saw last night from Damian Low, I don't know if anybody else was surprised, but I certainly wasn't.
What's here now? Said it true. Hello.
Am I time now?
Yeah, man.
Good afternoon.
Oh.
Yes.
Hold on there. Orville.
Yeah.
Did you just say that Jamaica has never been a team who could account on any kind of consistent performance?
Me. You said before every game, me can guarantee, say, so Jamaica kill off a little side of it back. Me never have that.
Hold on there. So in the 98 campaign, you never felt that?
No, man.
You wasn't getting consistent performances?
Me attacking recent.
Okay.
Me not attack that.
All right. No, you're saying that all of your lifetime.
No, that team that you could have know where you're going to get.
Okay.
Before the game start. Win, lose, draw, we know where you get from Tati. We know where you get from.
You know why? I feel that was?
Why?
Because we had a coach who gave us an identity. Everybody knew the identity of the 98 Reggae Boys team in Orville. We were going to play great defense, conservative, not to get too crazy on offense. We are going to use with speed, and we are going to be opportunistic up front, and we are going to take a little chances and try to squeeze a 2-1 or a 1-love. That was our style, wasn't it?
Basically.
Right. You see, now that when we realize, Orville, we have no philosophy of what we're trying to do. And this is why I was so concerned last week. And by the way, Orville, let me say this, Zidane. If I knew last week, going into that game, that it was basically a giveaway match to Guatemala, and they didn't have their full complement of players, then obviously I would have thought differently of the result.
All right, so what you learned from that now?
What I learned from last night.
No. What you learned from what happened to you last week?
What happened to me last week?
Yes.
No, I didn't learn. What happened to me last Not happened to me. You know why not happened to me?
Let me tell you what you should learn. Stop speaking when you don't have information. You do it too often.
Okay,
so because
remember last year in the Super Bowl,
give me a chance.
When you picked the Eagles.
Give me a chance. What is wrong with Garvey?
You can't tell me that. Last year in the Super Bowl on national radio, you say you picked the Eagles based on stats. And then the day after the Super Bowl, you asked a man, where was the Eagles ranking off?
Is who win the Super Bowl? Is who win the Super Bowl?
Hold on, man.
Who pick the Super Bowl winner?
Yesterday, what is this now?
No, but
what is this?
Garvey.
You're supposed to be professional.
Garvey,
you're running a radio program.
Garvey, give me a chance.
Listen, and because you're upset.
Listeners, I can't get a chance.
You're upset that the Reggae Boys lost. You want to be real.
I'm not. You are the one who is getting upset now, Garvey. You realize how calm I am? I'm saying to you, you do it a lot.
You hear with the other callers before, though?
What?
Me hear your behavior. You ready to tell the caller try to make a point? Listen to me, caller. Relax.
Me today.
And get him point
I
across.
was.
Hear what you need to. Just admit it. Just admit it.
I can't get anything.
I was right when I said this Reggae Boy team is disorganized, and as such, this is why you have inconsistent performances in Orville. If you don't know Orville, what you're going to put on the field every single time, Orville, and run the same structure,
Hold-
the same
Hold,
pace.
hold the line.
No, we have Jesse.
Oh.
Gavi, you can call back after Jesse.
Because
Yeah.
I would love for you to call back after this,
Yeah, man.
because I'm still going to make the point that stop.
Just don't ruin
Stop.
the conversation.
I'm not.
And tell Jamaica say you get the thunder.
Because me and
Tell Jamaica say your pace as in 6 was wrong. All right, later.
the man vex comment point out to him say must stop talk without information.
All right, we're coming back. Hopefully, Jesse Blake will be with us on the other side.
Are you ready for something mega? Spend $6,500 or more before GCT. Drop your entry in the box and you can win a 2025 Hyundai Tucson. It's the Mega Wheels 2 promotion. April 5th to September 28th. Second prize, a $50,000 shopping spree every month for a year. Third prize, a $30,000 shopping spree every month for a year. Brought to you by Hyundai, Red Stripe, Heineken, True Milk, Drinks, Walker's Wood, Downing, CPJ Daiquiri, and Carryburst Juice Concentrate. Only at Megamart. Locations island-wide. Megamart. Best value by far. Authorized under Section 58.3 of the Betting, Gaming, and Lotteries Act.
It's now time for Sports in a Minute, sponsored by Edgechem, Western Sports, Megamart, Spectrum Insurance Brokers, D'Angelo Auto Spares and Accessories Limited, and Fosrich.
All right. The man who was given a restraining order for stalking British tennis player Emma Raducanu earlier this year has been caught trying to apply for tickets for this month's Wimbledon Championships. The All England Club security system highlighted the man's name had been red flagged and blocked his attempt to enter the public ballot. The British number one Raducanu was left in tears after seeing a man who had followed her for 4 successive tournaments in the stands during a match at the Dubai Tennis Championships in February. The man who was removed had given Raducanu was 22, a letter and asked her for a photo in a coffee shop the previous day. He was given a restraining order by the Dubai police and his name was circulated around the tennis authorities. And that's your sports in a minute.
Sports in a Minute was sponsored by Edgechem, changing lives 1 gallon at a time. Western Sports, the sports people. Megamart, best value by far. Spectrum Insurance Brokers, setting the industry standard. D'Angelo Auto Spares and Accessories Limited at 20 Balmoral Avenue, Kingston 10, and shop number 10, 1A Chapelton Road. Call 876-929-9146. And Fosrich.
Listen up, Jamaica. At Fosrich, everybody's getting a solar water heater. $20,000 deposit. 6 months to pay. What a deal. Fosrich Financing.
We may be all over the world, but we're still in this together. Make it easy for you get your money. So if you have to get a thing from your brother or mommy, hey, it's a not instant, it's a MoneyGram. Zoom, check your phone, your money land. VNBS money transfer. CFA faster, easier. Sign up for VNBS direct to bank account transfer to you. No matter step out, fit in the line. Straight in your account, money reach long time. VNBS money transfer. Just bet.
It's now time for Just Bet Winner's Edge, where we take a look at some of the top sporting events and betting odds on the Just Bet sports betting program and show you how to bet and win big with Just Bet. Sponsored by Just Bet, Jamaica's #1 sports betting game. From Supreme Ventures, offering the best betting odds and the fastest payouts on the market. Just Bet, your game, your passion. All right, so it's Just Bet time. Do we have Jesse Blake? Jesse Blake?
Good afternoon, Mr. Higgins. How are you?
Before we go on, I have to pick a bright footballing mind like yours last night.
Really?
What you think? What you think went
wrong? Wow, yesterday?
Yeah, last night.
Why? I don't know because I didn't watch the entire match. I just watched the first half. And Coach McLaren did say, this game would have not been like the 3-0 victory that we had out here. It would be a bit different. Now, I found that the Guatemalans essentially did not do that well in terms of the initial attacking force, but when they got that goal, it's like the tails went completely up, and the Jamaicans looked a bit struck, a bit put off kilter, and weren't able to really get the chances going after that. We had a couple good ones, but boy, we should have put those away. There was a header I saw the highlights of in the second half where we should have put those away. When it comes to real competitive football, we have to put those away, or else we're not going anywhere. So that's what I thought of them.
All right, bosses. So we get straight into our business now.
Yeah, man.
And we're talking about the Club World Cup tournament, Group E. Monterrey will be taking on Inter Milan this evening at 8. How you see this one going?
All right, this one should be quite interesting. Inter looking to put the disappointment of the Champions League final defeat just over a fortnight ago behind them, taking on this Mexican outfit Monterrey in the FIFA Club World Cup come a bit later on. Now, the Serie A side have had 2 weeks to come to terms with that defeat. This should be a good test of their mental strength. Monterrey, on the other hand, have not been involved in competitive football for at least a month now. This could work to their disadvantage. They may be a bit rusty heading into this one after a month-long break. And the Just Bet final result bet option has Inter Milan favored to win the game at $1.53. You might be thinking Inter at $1.53. That's indeed very good odds on a big team like Inter. Monterrey out of Mexico at odds of $5.50 for the upset, and the draw attracts odds of $4.20. Let's talk about correct score betting, shall we? That gives you the best opportunity to maximize on your winning potential. And for those who don't know how this works, can you predict the score of a game and has a correct score at the end of regulation and stoppage time? If you can do that, well, it can pay off very decently for you. And do remember now that you can place a bet on virtually any scoreline that you think is the correct score for each and every football game. Now, for Inter Milan taking on Monterrey this evening, 8 o'clock, Jamaica time, take advantage of the correct score bets that are available. Those include if Inter wins 2-0, a $500 bet pays $4,000 in winnings. Inter 3-0 pays better, $5,500 on offer with a $500 bet. Inter 3-1, $6,000 in winnings with a $500 bet. For Monterrey, correct score bets include if they win by a goal to nil, a $500 bet pays $8,500 in winnings. Monterrey 2-1, $9,000 on offer with a $500 bet. Monterrey 2-0, a $500 bet pays $18,000 in winnings. And do remember now that there are a number of other correct score bets that you can place. Virtually any scoreline that you pick, you can bet on. And the correct score betting option, yet one of a gazillion betting options that we have available for you at Just Bet for the FIFA World Cup. For example, if you go to supremegames.com and you click on the Monterrey Inter Milan matchup, which is within that home ticker at the top of the screen, in the middle of the screen, you might see one option blinking in white and red, and it's titled 1 minute. What does that mean? Essentially, you can place a bet on what you think will happen in the next minute out of a number of choices. For example, in the Monterrey versus Inter Milan match, in the first minute, will there be a goal? If there is a goal, that pays at odds of $15. If there is a booking in the first minute, that pays at odds of $11. Same thing for the second minute of play, which is a minute into the game, into 1 minute and 59 seconds. What will happen? Will there be a goal or booking? Same odds there. Goal, $15, booking, $11. Same thing for the third minute of play, and the same amount of odds there as well. So you essentially have 3 different minute intervals in which you can bet, and those odds are very lucrative. You either have a goal at $15 or the booking at $11. Very, very lucrative stuff there. Do remember, you can bet on what will happen in the first 5 minutes of the game. You can bet in terms of booking if it will happen in the first 5 minutes of the game as well. You can bet on the amount of corners or number of corners in the game. There are a line of points in relation to the number of corners to be taken. You can bet on the total amount of corners that each team will take as well. And of course, those player specials in terms of the goal scorers.
For the pride of Inter Milan, Lautaro Martinez to score first in the game, $4.25. To score last in the game, $4.25 as well. Anytime in the game at $1.95. You can imagine the odds on Monterrey players might be very, very lucrative as well, as they are the underdog for this one. For me, I'm taking Inter Milan to win this one. Make it a rusty Inter Milan, 2-0. $4,000 in winnings with a $500 bet, but still taking Inter to win the game at $1.53 straight up.
No way am I going to bet on Monterrey to beat the Champions League finalists. So for me, Inter to win, and I'm going even more extensive than you. I'm going for Inter with a 3-0.
That's 3-0.
Yeah, man.
All right. 3-0 in Inter Milan's favor pays $5,500 in winnings with a $500 bet.
All right. So we come a little bit closer home now to the CONCACAF Gold Cup, where Canada will take on Honduras this evening at 9:30 local time. How will this one pan out?
Well, the Canucks of Canada lost in that shootout to the Ivory Coast last Tuesday. However, they did manage to win that Canada Invitational all the same. The Ivory Coast, although winning that shootout, it was Canada who won at the end of the day in the competitive rounds of play. Canada feeling pretty good about themselves, supremely confident about their chances to lift the trophy for the third time, what will be for the first if they do so since the year 2000. Now, manager Jesse Marsh has suffered just one defeat in normal time in his last 10 matches in charge of Canada, while the men have not lost a match played in Canada since November of 2023. Meanwhile, Honduras having a great 2025 so far. Near perfect year for them. The team has won 4 of their 5 matches played on the international level so far this year. However, they've been slow starters to the Gold Cup. They've lost 4 of their previous 5 opening group games, including that 4-0 thrashing at the hands of Mexico in their first match 2 years ago. The JustBet final result bet option has Canada favored to win the game at $1.40. Honduras come in $7 even, the draw at $4.50. Folks, do remember correct score betting allows you to make the best return for your betting buck. You won't find a better sports betting option in the sports betting market when it comes to football. And for this game, Canada versus Honduras, take advantage of the many correct score bets that are available. Those include, if it is Canada 2-0, a $500 bet pays $3,000 even. Canada 3-0, $4,250 with a $500 bet. Canada 3-1, $5,500 in winnings with a $500 bet. For Honduras, correct score bets include if they win by a goal to nil, a $500 bet pays $8,500 in winnings. Honduras 2-1, $10,500 on offer with a $500 bet. Honduras 2-0, $23,000 even with a $500 wager. Just some of the many correct score bets that you can place for this game. And do remember, the correct score betting option still one of several betting options that you can take advantage of. For example, in the first half of this game, who will win the first half? Will it be Canada at $1.85, or Honduras at $6.33, or the draw at $2.36? Now, who will get a booking in the first half? Will it be Canada at odds of $13? Will it be Honduras at $2.85? Well, in terms of you can bet on the first half. In terms of the correct score, how much each, will a team score? Will Canada score? Yes, at $1.55, no at $2.30. You can bet on so many different betting options for the first half. You can bet on the second half by itself. And of course, those player specials in terms of the goal scorers for each team. Jonathan David for Canada to score first and last at $5 even, and anytime in the game at $2.08. So many betting options you can take advantage of. For me, though, Honduras to win by 2-0, $23,000 in winnings with a $500 bet. I must be getting crazy, but I'm going with Honduras for the money. $7 for the upset, straight up.
Why, sorry, Jesse, I can't come with you on this, man. I'm not on that train today, my boss. I seen Canada winning comfortably, in fact. Canada
to win by 2 goals.
All right, no problem. Canada 2-0. $3,000 in winnings with a $500 bet.
All right, on this one, now we're going back to the Club World Cup. This time, Group H. It's also obvious to me who may think will win. Real Madrid against Al Hilal.
Yeah.
How often have you heard of Al Hilal?
Well, ever since some of the top ballers started going over to Saudi Arabia.
All right.
Yep, that's right. I'm here of Al Hilal. I think Messi made his way over to Saudi Arabia for a bit, and then it was Cristiano Ronaldo. Yeah, let's do this. Well, Carlo Ancelotti could not secure victory in his opening Selecao game against Ecuador. However, they did get over the schneid against Paraguay. A great deal was made of that match. Here it is that, oh my word, what am I talking about? This is the wrong preview. I'm so sorry about that. Real Madrid, Orville is definitely favored to win this one. Here it is that Real Madrid, according to the JustBet final result bet option, are at odds of $1.27. Al Hilal out of Saudi Arabia at $8.50, and the draw at $5.66. Well. Of course, correct score betting plenty for this game, but I think you're absolutely right, Orville, that there is a wide chasm in terms of talent. Real Madrid, they'll be playing their first game under Xabi Alonso. Meanwhile, it's Al Hilal's first game with Simone Inzaghi, out of all people, at the helm of this one for Al Hilal. Correct score betting time for this game. Real 3-0, $4,500 in winnings with a $500 bet. Real 3-1, $5,000 even with a $500 wager. Real 4-2, $15,500 in winnings with a $500 bet. Al Hilal 1-0, that would pay $15,500 in winnings with a $500 bet. Al Hilal by 2-0, the upset special, pays $35,500 in winnings with a $500 bet. Al Hilal 3-1, $45,500 in winnings with a $500 bet. And do remember, we also have the many other betting options that you can take advantage of. But we also want to tell you about today's pro tip for this game. That's for the big bettors, those who love to put up the big money when they are betting. So, $10,000. You have people that bet even over that for one game. They have $10,000. You take Real Madrid to win the first half, Real Madrid to win the entire match as well, scoring 3 or more goals. That $10,000 will be multiplied to $23,600 in winnings. However, if the first half ends in a draw, if Al Hilal manages to win the match and score 2 or more goals at $10,000 wagered, you'd win $200,000 in winnings. Now, that's very, very enticing. For me, though, Real Madrid, you can't deny that front line. Junior Rodrigo and Kylian Mbappe. You can't deny that front line. I'm taking Real Madrid to win this one handily. 4-1. That's 4-1 in Real's favor. That would pay $10,000 even with a $500 bet. Real $1.27. Not that great. You're going with Real Madrid. Take advantage of the correct score betting here.
3-1, you said, or 4-1?
4-1.
You know me, I work with you, by the way. 4-1. For me.
All right.
For Real Madrid to come away over Al Hilal.
All right. 4-1 in this fixture would pay $10,000 in winnings with a $500 bet.
All right, take us to the break, my good man.
Wow, lots of sports being played for all of your favorite sports and more, including, of course, all the football that's being played right now. We're still going back to the ATP Tour in tennis. There's a lot happening. Make it justbetja.com, make it supremegames.com, make it the Supreme Ventures gaming app, or pop into one of our over 100 JustBet locations island-wide, including our retail centers, where you get the JustBet Arena experience like no other. Of course, all the to you, the team and the system, all of us at JustBet, stay safe, enjoy the games. I catch you guys come Tuesday. Take care till then.
Well, you won't be with us on Thursday.
Yeah, man. Sorry. Did I say Tuesday or Thursday? I will be with you, of course, on Thursday.
I'm pulling
Yes,
your
sir.
legs, man. It happens to the best of us.
Yes, I.
Big up Jesse Blake. With
Yeah,
that,
man. Take care.
Yeah, man. With that, we take a break. We're back on the other side. That was the Just Bet Winner's Edge, sponsored by Just Bet, Jamaica's #1 sports betting game from Supreme Ventures, offering the best betting odds and the fastest payouts on the market. Just Bet, your game, your passion. For more information, visit justbetja.com.
Jamaica! It's time for Make a Move with Jamaica Moves. The Corporate Wellness Challenge 8x8 edition is here. 8 challenges, 8 months, 1 healthier workforce. Brought to you by the Ministry of Health and Wellness. This national movement pushes companies to compete, connect, transform your workplace 1 challenge at a time. Launch date Thursday, June 19, 2025. Register your company online at moh.gov.jm and lock in your spot. The Jamaica Moves Corporate Wellness Challenge 8x8 edition, creating healthier workplaces for a healthier Jamaica.
Your Saturday afternoon has gotten better. Omega Radio Sports, 1 to 4 p.m. We give you updates, previews, reviews, and in-depth sports discussions. Our knowledgeable hosts and guests will have you glued to your radio with the latest sports topics and engaging conversations as we navigate the sporting landscape to keep you on top of things. That's Omega Radio Sports, Saturdays 1 to 4 p.m. Don't miss it. Tell a friend, call a friend, tell everybody. Omega Radio Sports is sponsored by Omega Radio Network. To sponsor this program, you can contact us at
876-204-9356. You're listening to Jamaica's first and #1 daytime sports calling show, The Sports Desk.
All right, so we're coming up now to the first hour, but we go back on line 615-2841, 676-6968. Astar, give me the signal, and know we're ready to go. Astar said the callers aren't there yet. Garvey, who was engaging us, give him first preference if he gets there before anybody. But we could squeeze in some text. What we do? We go back. We do some WhatsApp and then we come back to the call. All right, give me the yeah.
Text message. It's now time for text messages on the sports desk.
In Jamaica, there are some people, including radio personalities, who believe that this football team is a very good one with quality players all over the park. But I tell you that this is probably the biggest fallacy in modern day football. This is below average. Greetings, sports desk. Catalan here. What's the update? Read the light and scoreboard at Savannah Park. And if the coach failed to advance in the Gold Cup, what, if any, action would you take against him? Well, what I could tell you about the light at Savannah Park is that last night I got a late invite. The minister was there for a light turning on ceremony, but the notice was kind of sharp. But I know that last night the lights were turned on, the big lights for the first time. Haven't yet gotten a feedback as to whether they were satisfactory from the eyes of the people who were there, but I will get that update before the day done. So those are you who want to know that, listen out. Not sure what the story is, the scoreboard yet, but I'll tell you all, I promise you, within the next half an hour. Good day, Zidane and Orville. Reggae boys don't have a creative midfielder. We need Nikhil Ellis in this team. But Nikhil Ellis Bashi, is there somebody names? Garvey, why you keep raising your voice to deflect when you know what Zidane are going to hit you with? It's getting annoying now.
Yes, indeed. Less indeed, text it is.
In last night's match, the coach made the right decision in taking off King at halftime because he seemed reluctant to send the ball forward, mainly playing back to the goalkeeper or across the defense line. Not enough quality midfielders were selected in Jamaica's squad. Probably Malik Mothersill and Ravel Morrison could have made a difference. Peter Gordon. Man.
Well, Peter Gordon, it's not King. The job is to play the ball forward. That's the midfielder's role. You had 3 of them last night, so I don't know what you're pressuring King for.
Orville, it's not trial and error for this coach. He still doesn't have things under control. Last one. The coach continues to play people out of position while having options on the bench. Low in CDM experiment must stop now. This Gold Cup mess started with the squad selected by the coach. All right, we stay now. A star. So we go back on that. Hello.
Orville, that texter they done. Whoever that texter is, then done. But what did Zidane lick me with? What?
Because I couldn't get an opportunity to finish what I was saying. That's
Okay,
it.
Zidane said Garvey speaks sports games without information. Anybody who knows me know that is
no, I never. But I never said that.
That's what you said.
No, let me tell you what I said. I said, what did you learn from? You admitted that you had no clue about who the Guatemalans were and who was going to play. And I'm saying, what did you learn from that? Obviously, you didn't know. And I pointed out to you that, listen, you pick.
Zidane, don't no matter with the disrespect, man.
Oh, man,
you not listen.
No, what I'm saying, didn't you admit?
You don't watch. Zidane, let me tell you something.
No,
you don't watch
this is the
sports
point.
like me.
All right.
You don't prepare like me. You don't study like me. You jump up and make picks up.
This is the point. This is the point. The text is making.
You is the one jump up and let me say something, Orville. Clearly, I was proven right, Orville, because in a competitive situation, they did not score. And the reason why I thought they would not score, Orville,
but that's not what the texter was talking.
They have no system.
That's not what the texter was talking about. The texter was talking about the fact that you wouldn't allow me to speak.
No, because
started to get loud.
What did you speak about? What did you speak about? You tell me to me pick sports games without information. Stop the crap on the radio.
All right,
Stop it.
But you admit that you did last week.
You are talking to the most erudite sports.
Yeah, but fine. But you were the one that admitted that you didn't have a clue last week.
Nobody alive in Jamaica that can challenge me sportically. Nobody. Whether them work, get paid feet, private citizen, any one of them takes that already. Tell them to come challenge me in any debate.
What you want to debate?
By the way, Orville.
What you want to debate?
One of the Zidane, you can't manage me.
Not me. I'm asking you in case somebody.
People don't have no guts, man. If they had guts, Zidane, they would put their name to their text.
Okay.
They would not text in that form. Right. So those are obviously not worthy of my time.
Okay.
Anyway, another texter, Orville, made mention of the Sabina Park thing, which just remind me. You think we can give up on the shot being certified now, Orville?
Why would we?
No, I mean, like, the last time we had this discussion, Baggio had brought some information to the table and said it takes, Baggio had brought some information that said it takes 60 minimum days, 75 days tops to get certified. So we passed that limit now.
Okay.
So basically, it's about time them come forth right away and tell us that the track will not be a level 1 track anymore either. It's quite clear now. You know what I mean? No, I don't think anybody can hide that. Quickly on the NBA finals here, Mr. Matthews.
Mm-hmm.
Your has been the best defender for OKC in the series.
Go again.
Do you agree with me now that overall Alex Caruso, has been the best defender for OKC in this series?
Me giving Dort the edge.
And okay. After last night's game, Caruso now has 14 steals and 4 blocks in this series, right?
Mm-hmm.
He's the first guard to have at least 14 steals and 4 blocks in 5 NBA Finals games. Never been done. The last time a guard had this many steals in an NBA Finals was the late, great Kobe Bryant, 2007, 2008. You still think Lou Dort has been the best defender?
Yes.
Yeah, a joke, I know. But anyway, this series now, Zidane, I think this is it. By the way, Harkenstein started last night, Zidane. And the Thunder are now 2-0 when he starts. What do you think about that?
Not major.
That coach is a joker. That coach should not have changed the starting lineup before the series, Orville. You don't make a move like that before the series starts.
Yeah, I agree with you, but I still don't think it is a significant factor. But I agree with you.
And I'm not going to come down too hard on Indiana. Indiana has exceeded all of us expectations, even me. Anybody who said they expected Indiana to be here, they are lying. So, I don't want nobody come and make it seem as if Indiana is going up against a team that won 68 games. I think it's the 7th best record in the history of the NBA.
Good point.
So people come on to beat Indiana. Indiana's done well.
I made a comment last week. You called me crazy. You said, Orville, you make this money for the radio. I said that Williams, who scored 40 points last night, he had 25 plus, 25 plus, and now 40 in 3 straight games. And you said I was crazy to say he was better than Reggie Miller. Even if you don't agree now, you still think I'm crazy for saying Jalen Williams is a better basketball player than Reggie Miller?
Right now, yeah. You know why? You know why, Zidane? Because before last night game, Jalen Williams was shooting 40% in the series. You realize
what does Reggie Miller do better than him as a player?
No, hold on. No. Do you know that Reggie? Let me tell you what he does better than him. Reggie Miller had back-to-back games in the playoffs.
No man, I never asked you for any achievement. You see, but tell us that the text started about, you know. I asked you what he does better as a basketball player. Tell me the things that he does better.
Only things, man.
Tell me them now. Outside of shooting.
Only things, man.
Outside of shooting.
Zidane, hold on. Let me kill.
He does nothing better than Williams.
Let me kill this point immediately. For all of these people who say, Orville, that Reggie Miller was just a cheap point, was just a shooter. Listen to this.
No man, don't broaden. No, Garfi, don't broaden the conversation like that. We're talking about Williams versus.
I finished my
Garfi,
point.
your time up. No, Garfi, your time up. Have a nice day. Garfi, your time is up. Garfi, you're very disingenuous. You're very disingenuous. And by the way, I noticed you don't mention Holgrim, you know. You don't mention Holgrim, and Pascal Siakam who destroyed him last night again. And you take me on that, I get that one wrong as well. So you're going like you're smart. I'm going to give it to you after the break. Pascal Siakam has been the third best player in the entire series. Learn sports, Garvey. You keep getting it wrong. Big up yourself still. Take a break. We're coming.
The Jamaica Anti-Doping Commission, JADCO, needs your help to eliminate doping and keep sport clean. If you have concerns about any doping activity, you can share the information with JADCO anonymously. The information you share will be treated with the highest level of confidentiality. Make the right call if you see something, say something. Protect clean sport. Protect our legacy. To report doping activity, call 888-429-5232. Or visit the JADCO website at jadco.gov.jn. A message from the Jamaica Anti-Doping Commission.
Jamaica! It's time for Make a Move with Jamaica Moves. The Corporate Wellness Challenge 8x8 edition is here. 8 challenges, 8 months, 1 healthier workforce. Brought to you by the Ministry of Health and Wellness. This national movement pushes companies to compete, connect, transform your workplace 1 challenge at a time. Launch date Thursday, June 19, 2025. Register your company online at moh.gov.jm and lock in your spot. The Jamaica Moves Corporate Wellness Challenge 8x8 edition. Creating healthier workplaces for a healthier Jamaica.
You're listening to Jamaica's first and number 1 daytime sports calling show, The Sports Desk.
All right, music. Well, we played this one yesterday, Star. Sure, we played that one yesterday, so get me another one. There we go. Brought to you by Edge Campaigns for People Who Dream in Color. This one is Have Your Way by Garth Sinnett.
Do what you want, na, na, na. Do what you want, Father, yeah. Oh, no, no, no. Do what you want, Father. Have your way with me. Lord, I surrender, yeah. Everything in me. There's no self that I want you, no self that I need you, Lord. Lord, we've been fighting for too long, so I'm ready to give you all. All my trying, had me crying, deep inside me, I was dying. Now I'm living, I'm forgiving. And before I make a next mistake, I won't move unless you say, so have your way. Father, have your way. Father, have your way. Have your way. Father, have your way. Lord, I'm fed up do my own thing. Fed up do the wrong thing. Deep down in my soul, I was crying out. So I went down on my knees, asking for you please to forgive me, Father. Lord, as you are rather have your grace and your mercy. I'm so lucky, Jaja, you're a father like you, cause you hear me when I pray. All my trying had me crying. Deep inside me, I was dying. Now I'm living, I'm forgiving. And before I make an next mistake, I want more or less to say, so have your way. Father, have your way. Father, have your way now. Have your way. Father, have your way. Just do what you want, Father. Do what you want, Father. Do what you want, do what you want, do what you want, do what you want. Just do what you want, Father. Do what you want, Father. Do what you want, do what you want. Just do what you want, Father. Do what you want, Jesus. Do what you want, Father. Do what you want, do what you want, do what you want, Father. Do what you want, just do what you want, do what you want. All my trying had me crying deep inside me. I was dying. Now I'm living. I'm forgiving. And before I make the next mistake, I want no one else to say, have your way. Father, have your way. Father, have your way. Have your way. Father, have your way. Do what you want, do what you want, do what you want. Do what you want, do what you want, do what you want, do what you want. Just do what you want, do what you want, do what you want. Do what you want, do what you want, do what you want, do what you want. Do what you want, 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 do what you want.
All right, so that's Have Your Way by, what's the name of this artist again? I'll tell you in just a little bit. Garth Sinnett. That's our first selection. Brought to you by Edge Campaigns for people who dream in color. All right, so you know the numbers by now. 615-2841, 676-6968. Miss B has taken over from Ustar. Miss B, how are you? Brilliant. How are we now? All right, anybody in line?
All right, so 615-2841. That's 615-2841. Somebody's telling me that I should have allowed Garvey to make the point. My boss. But I wasn't talking about Reggie Miller's game generally and how he was perceived and people were wrong to perceive him that way. I wanted Garvey to be specific. So we're talking about two players. So I wanted Garvey to answer the question. Outside of shooting, because Cleary is one of the greatest shooters of all time. What is he better than Jalen Williams at? And that's absolutely nothing. So everything else except pure shooting ability, Williams is better than Reggie Miller. So in terms of creating the offense for others, initiating the offense, get the ball in your hands, beat people, pass, get by people, create offense for others, or score for yourself, Jalen Williams is much better at that than Reggie Miller. Even Garvey said the man remind him of Kawhi Leonard. He have the step back, fade away, jump. He have everything. And then now, when you go up on the other side now, there's no comparison as to who is the better defender. There's a gulf in class between the two other defenders. Then me don't need 12 years to know say that man is better than Reggie Miller. G started to say Michael Jordan was the best player before he played an NBA game in the NBA. So almost me to 3 years when it was this man is better than Reggie. Reggie Miller was overrated, but he's overrated. I overrated basketball. But anyway.
Let's be always stay. Yeah, we go back on that. Hello. Hello. Well, unless that person is playing silent, right? They're not there. Hello. Oh, don't.
All right, so
Don't tell me that the line's acting up because the person was there. All right, so call in with your postmortem of the game if you saw it, or the NBA Game 5, or whatever you wanna be talking about. The lines are here. Let's hear how much of an expert you are, or whatever suggestions are. You know how it goes. If you're a newcomer, this is your opportunity. 615-2841. or 676-6968. Here we go. Hello.
Big boss, all on.
What's up?
Soldier, man.
Soldier. How you doing,
Yeah,
Soldier?
call you every now and then, but we listen every day, isn't it?
Yes, man. Respect.
Yeah, so I call it, me not a really a football analyst here, but to watch the game.
Yeah.
And I watched the game last night. It was a disappointment. You understand?
Yeah.
But I think we never have no midfield.
Yeah.
And that is the major problem me say.
Yeah.
But one of the main thing I call, I see people are blame Bailey. Every time Jamaica play, body Bailey is the problem. And I see the game last night. I never have in best game. We see Bailey create about three chances where the man never put west.
Which three was those?
The header and the true pass for the last time.
Which header that?
Where Pinnock.
Is Bailey crossed the ball? I thought it was. You sure it was Bailey?
No, man, no Bailey.
Yeah, man.
I'm a Bailey, man.
And let me
But the true pass upon the last. When the forward for run and knock and kick it at the goal. When the coach finger in grass.
I can't remember, but Lembisika made a wonderful cross from deep.
Yeah, man, but Bailey makes some good cross, though. And not just that, when Bailey get the ball, him lose 1 and 2, but Bailey not really like give the ball.
No, what I agree with you is that Leon Bailey name is the easiest name to call in Jamaica.
Yeah, man, every time the team will Bailey.
They shy away from the others. None of them not play good.
Seafast and Gray if it come off on the field.
No, me not agree with the Seafast one. Because
when Seafast back, Seafast can't turn and make a
no, but hold on.
No,
but hold on, Carla, man. Because Seafast, because the potential of Seafast is so great. So even though it was a game where levels were poor, because one moment him can just blow by two defenders and get something. You want to keep Seafast on the field because you don't want to just say Seafast is not playing well, so take off Seafast and then the person who's going to come on for Seafast doesn't have those potential. So I can understand him keeping Seafast on for a while. Because remember that the best chance he created, it was from a crossfield pass from Pinnock. Beautiful pass it was. And then Seafast beat the defender down the line, turned him inside out, and it was a pullback that the player didn't get to, and it came to Bailey and the shot hit in the ground. So Seafast potential is so great that you don't want to take off Seafast too quickly because he's not necessarily playing up to the standard that you expect him to. So
I see Seafast that ball come on.
But Gray should have come off long time because Gray don't really want midfielder. So
yeah, Gray should come off.
He has been okay, but when he's not playing, because he's not generally an out and out midfielder. When he's not playing well, man, you can't take him off. Because a lot of times, Mr. Gray have him head down in the ground, and I dance, and they are open players in better position. But because his instinct is to do what as a wide attacking forward player, he's not really seeing the passes as much as he should have been seeing. So I would have taken off Gray a little earlier.
Yeah, but the thing when I ask about Seafast, I don't know. I say me not an analyst. But we see when he back turn, he can't knock with the ball. When he time back turn, the opposition goal. Nobody feature you see him turn and pass no ball with sense. He be just a wild man have to run down the flank. And maybe him be two and can kick. I hope Seafast come good. I mean, someone have compare Seafast with Bailey. You can't swear Bailey get the ball and take it and knock it, change all the wing.
No man, but they have different skill strengths, my boss. Man, not do him so man. Because Bailey struggle to, right, it's like how Seafast isolate and destroy you going past you. Right. Bailey struggle to get by the players them that way. Bailey likes to come inside and Bailey is stronger cutting inside. But Seafast can beat you inside and outside. But you're right.
I mean, I see this Messiah thing about Seafast, but I mean, I watch him man last night and me embarrassed. I see the man get the ball just knock.
No, but I see one or two play where make him look like one headless. I see one or two plays that make him look like one headless chicken. But maybe it's just a bad game, man. Nobody pressure.
No, man, I hear that, man. Right now, I don't think I'll qualify, brother.
You don't think so?
What do you want me see good? I look on ticket, but I see last night.
No, man, don't do that, my boss. You saw me telling about you, man. You can't do that, big man. No, man, we have to come full up the stadium, my boss, man. 30,000.
No, we are there.
Yeah, man.
Me look on ticket, but right now, I will have
No, my boss. Buy your tickets, no, my boss. It's a different dynamic, different game, different thing, different mindset.
But
he never looked so good last night.
He never looked good at all. But I say that team thing, and me see the man come out for Bailey. And below the youth.
Bailey gets
the whole team never play good last. We never have no midfielder like that.
Bailey gets more blame than normal because of the scrutiny attached to Bailey.
Right.
Bailey came into this national team with a greater baggage than anybody else,
Right.
More discussions around him before him making debut than
But
the
I
other.
never seen him game at a disaster like
So
so the man come. Me think great them and they have worse game than him last night.
Yeah, man. They still need to analyze. Orville is right now, but they still need to analyze the game objectively, though. Because we gone because him a play much game now. So we gone past the bill that we expect it to be for Jamaica. We know what bill it is for Jamaica now. So them can be objective with analysis now.
Yeah. But we are the same thing. We listen every day. We call you every now and then.
All
right.
We are learning the thing. Big up the thing, eh?
All right, Sochi, big up. Buy your tickets, my boss. All the games, home games.
No, I'm all up.
Man, say my wall off. Yo, Jamaica.
No, look so good, Carolina. If you start roughing up, we have a problem. I roughed them with the rough up last time, you know.
All right, Sochi.
All right, Sochi.
Of course.
That was an entertaining call from Sochi, though. Man, say my wall off now. You see it? It's important to play well even when you lose, you know.
We have a break. So we could take the break. Iran. But they're right up on the break and we don't want to start and stop. So we take the break and we're coming back in just a while. Good?
We're taking the break, man. We're right on the break. You know?
It's break time, you know.
Right on the break. So we're taking the break, my boss.
You're listening to Omega Radio, broadcasting live. Omega Radio, Omega Radio, Omega.
The JSC Group, Jamaica Stock Exchange, Jamaica Central Securities Depository Limited, and JCSD Trustee Services, providing a fair, efficient, and transparent stock market for over 45 years. The time by the Jamaica Stock Exchange Group is 2:15.
The Jamaica Anti-Doping Commission, JADCO, needs your help to eliminate doping and keep sport clean. If you have concerns about any doping activity, you can share the information with JADCO anonymously. The information you share will be treated with the highest level of confidentiality. Make the right call if you see something, say something. Protect clean sport. Protect our legacy. To report doping activity, call 888-429-5232 or visit the JADCO website, jadco.gov.jn. A message from the Jamaica Anti-Doping Commission.
Jamaica! It's time for Make a Move with Jamaica Moves. The Corporate Wellness Challenge 8x8 edition is here. 8 challenges, 8 months, 1 healthier workforce. Brought to you by the Ministry of Health and Wellness. This national movement pushes companies to compete, connect, transform your workplace 1 challenge at a time. Launch date Thursday, June 19, 2025. Register your company online at moh.gov.jm and lock in your spot. The Jamaica Moves Corporate Wellness Challenge 8x8 edition. Creating healthier workplaces for a healthier Jamaica.
You're listening to Jamaica's first and number 1 daytime sports calling show, The Sports Desk.
All righty then, welcome back. And always we'll go back online. Hello, good afternoon. 615-2841, 615-2841, or
I'm gonna drop the lines. I'm gonna drop again.
Yes, because I know 2 was there. 615-2841 or 676-6968. 676-6968. The most reliable phone number is 615-2841. So you must try and call that one first. 615-2841. All right? Call through and let your voice.
All right, let's try again. Hello. Oh man, this is getting away, you know. One more time, here. Let's not give up. Let's not panic. Call this number, people. We can only repeat the numbers: 615-2841. Aaron, what do we do now? Huh? Make we see what the texts are saying.
What about the YouTube? Can you look at some YouTube comments?
We now have the call.
Hello.
Yeah, we'll take the call.
Yeah, man. Orville.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, sir, man. Jackson,
how are you?
Yeah, there. Zidane.
Yes, Jackson, how are you, man?
Boy, I'm there. Jamaica platter to deceive as usual.
Yes.
At the risk of sounding like a Monday morning quarterback. The other day, in time we play the same team here and everybody are gloating in the group. Can you give me a minute, please? I put gloating in the group they documented it and said that Jamaica, as much as we're celebrating the fact that we have an easy group to qualify, we still can't count upon them guys after the because to play good today. I wonder who them man for the next 3 or 4 games. No consistency for me to be able to celebrate and be confident about our ability to advance. So last night in the group, I said to the man, them Guatemala play them better team in the Gold Cup. So we may not necessarily beat them. The most we might get out of the game is a draw if we don't lose it. So said, so done. And we have it documented, however, I text John Chu. So this morning, when we get up, everybody has me and Gina. So although then I take Gina to the Jamaica side. It's a side that we can't confidently say, boy, this is it.
No, man, the reason why they must say you're a genius is because Guatemala's never beaten us in the Gold Cup, and they haven't beaten us since 2012.
But not only that, but every team's football seem to have improved over the years, notwithstanding the track record, except ours, Zidane. No care how important, no care what system we try, no care which man we try to play the system with, can't seem to string a couple passes together consistently without looking. Look on Guatemala last night. Look, and I see them. I think it's a whole match Guatemala. Everybody there in the blue, but that's not our fault.
Well, them cut us apart, man. The scoreline was flattering.
The man them look like a big side of player with. Yeah. And that has to be as a result of them improving. Where has been our improvement over the years, notwithstanding the different players that we have put in our system that should have some quality of some note. We don't have no system, no identity, nothing, brother. I have nothing to be excited about our chances. If we get there, maybe keep a dance. But I still don't right now and say, boy, I just look sure and we must win 5 out of them 6 games and we must win them. Yes, a man make some pronouncement.
Them not get that assurance.
No,
much too much. You can't know what you're going to get. I can understand you losing, but me suppose you can know before you take the field what are you likely to do, which player. So me know me I get from Leon, me know me I get from Gray, me know me I get from the man. From time to time you don't know what kind of game you'll get from the individual players, and therefore you don't know what kind of team performance you're going to get.
Liam Bailey's performance today may not necessarily be the same performance in the other game. You wonder which Liam Bailey turn up, or which Gray, which Cephas, or which any other player.
Which one, bro? Look how we
which
look.
Warner,
really
Jesus Christ. I say, look, man, I swear, if the Zidane is the same, wouldn't pay Warner Brown and rightfully so, Zidane, I understand your point. So you have to pay Warner Brown since in the farm. But you can't know who you get when him get.
The brother named Borrell that he wanted to start. When him come on, him never look all that great.
Never look all that great. So that's my point. You can't know who you bet on.
Well, the team
gamble.
Overall, the team was nobody. You can say, all right, that man did this thing. It was really a coach. You have to blame for them when everybody play badly. Them boss, a coach. You have a pressure, you know.
Yeah.
How the team come out so flat? No energy. Usually can't say, all right, that one man there, he was our best player. You have to struggle to describe anybody as anything best.
You can come on Damon Law take a yellow card. You can go just bet and bet to Damon Law take a yellow card. So which time more partner game I get it. You know?
Yeah, especially when he's in midfield because you do more tackling when you're in the middle of the park.
Them play them out of position. Them hoping for the best. Damon is not.
But let me ask a question. What's the plan? Because Hayden eventually had to leave the squad. But so Damian Lowe was the backup plan all the time.
You know what happens that them saw Damian Lowe play that position when in one game and things that I hate that when we played that team that it probably worked out on that day. And everybody was celebrating the fact that he played the position well, so them think them slot him in there. But Damian Lowe is not that player. Damian Lowe don't pass the ball very well. He break up 2 tackle, but on the third one he might go foul you.
Yeah, it's much better at central defense.
That's my point. So the man must play the man in out position. I hope for the best. And like me say, when everybody else I play before and I study we and see how we can and figure out a way to improve them things and beat we can't seem to figure out how we can play in a team. We play Guatemala the other day and get them 3 and things. Boy, aside there, we start count the 3 points before the game play. So while Guatemala make the adjustment and I figure out how the man come play next time, McLaren and him friend them a drink some and they say, boy, 3 points this.
Yeah, below average. You haven't made a point, even though maybe somebody tell him. That we don't have no identity. We don't know what we just come. Even if we can, so we can knock the ball and pass it through the middle. But are we going on the flanks crossing? Are we going to park the bus and play on the counter attack? Are we going to be direct and play some long ball? We are all over the place for sure.
Good. The man them look for Cephas last game and says Cephas run down the flank and beat you down the flank. And then find a way for double team and cut off him opportunity.
Yeah, man.
They
did.
Whole think out coach everything. So me no know about that.
My thing with Cephas though, if him just be so less one-dimensional. So that a go on, you knock it inside and you move.
Keep it simple. Keep it simple, yes.
Then you spring a surprise.
Yeah.
But and even when he might knock it back inside, they do everything so slow. Part of my problem with the Jamaica, you're not going to out-bounce nobody. What you have is pace. Do we have the fast, man? Before the defense settle and regroup on you.
Yeah, we are trying to impress ourselves with this. Not
So we
all the passes
brother,
and we make the 10 passes, we string together a back passes.
Yes.
Nothing forward.
So guess what you do? You have to bust in, you have to play hard, you have to play robust, and you have to just do what you do as quick as you get.
Not that Orville Morrison is the answer to our problem. But what happened to him? They put him on a plane and send him home.
No, it wasn't a part of the initial 60 provisional players that was named to the Gold Cup squad, so you can't put him in.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, so is a administrative thing that
it wasn't a part of the plans initially.
Then suppose somebody injured, they can't replacement.
Yeah, but you have the 60 that you sent in initially, so they register those.
No man, if you pull hamstring then, man, because when nobody are creative.
I wonder, would you now have to pull from the 60?
Yeah, that's what I'm telling him. You have to pull from the 60, and he wasn't a part of the initial 60.
So wait, administrative problem then.
No, man, it wasn't a part of the plan initially. So
then our administrative problem, if you have the best, the set man that can pass the best passers and the most creative players, you don't have them in your plan. What happens for the keep the ball on field right down?
Fair enough.
You understand what I'm saying? You have to have some creative players. You're not going to play them every game situationally. You play that player. You cannot have a creative player, Ravi Morrison, or even Maggie, even though some of the time him fall asleep. The man them can pass the ball and create it, don't have them in your plan. What is the plan? I must kick the ball, give them and make him move it down the field and hope for the best. King take up a bit the toe. Get the ball, they make two passes backward and then look down the field and knock it down the field now and space and hope for the best. We have no plan. So God go do this World Cup qualification thing. Me support the boys to come in. Jamaica, I'm born and I'm Jamaica and I'm in another team other than Liverpool.
The opponents are so inferior that you might just use sheer quality and overcome them. So it might be hard.
You're being overly optimistic.
No man, hold on, man. It might be hard, and you fret, and them something there. So it might not be easy, but because individually we might have too much firepower for them, we might just squeeze them some like 1-love and 2-1 and everything.
In theory. So good when you talk about it, brother. I feel better.
No, Trinidad is supposed to beat you, but they really think Trinidad are going to beat you over 2 legs? Beat us up.
Watch, no?
And what the other one? Bermuda. No, sir.
Guatemala never supposed to beat with last night, Zidane. Wouldn't you agree?
No, but Guatemala is better than all those that I just mentioned.
But them never supposed to beat with last night. Wouldn't you agree?
Yeah, but I'm saying it was only 1-0. So you see my point now. It was only 1-0, So I'm saying if we play somebody significantly lesser than Guatemala, we're going to in the game and it's going to be a struggle, but we're going to find a way.
But whilst I agree with you, scoreline aside, Jamaica look like them can beat Guatemala last time. When Guatemala not the ball and possess the ball.
No, but we're not going to play Guatemala in the qualifiers.
No, but I'm saying we may not necessarily play Guatemala, but we may find a team that on a day might look just as good. And when the team them look, so we don't have a clue of respond to them because we come with that team in the game with that plan. And if the plan not go like how the game not go like how the plan, we don't have no way to make that adjustment. We don't need that, which is what happened to us last night.
Yes.
All right, Jackson. I can't say there's too many things that you said that I disagree with. So big up.
All right, boy. All right, respect.
We go back online. Hello. All right, make we take the break then. We're coming up to the next break. Here.
I need help with my vehicle cost this year. It's going through the roof. You think I should call Keith?
You're mad. Don't you want a system that easy for you?
Yeah, man.
You want the best price both you too?
Yeah, man. I bet you want real-time alert and island-wide coverage. Yeah, man. So the smart choice is Hawkeye.
They will give you a free 30-day trial.
Yeah, man.
Hey, tell me something. You ever say anything but yeah, man?
Yeah, man.
Just say yeah, man to Hawk Tracker from Hawkeye. Call us at 926 Hawk. Conditions apply.
The Jamaica Anti-Doping Commission JADCO needs your help to eliminate doping and keep sport clean. If you have concerns about any doping activity, you can share the information with JADCO anonymously. The information you share will be treated with the highest level of confidentiality. Make the right call if you see something, say something. Protect clean sport. Protect our legacy. To report doping activity, call 888-429-5232 or visit the JADCO website at jadco.gov.jm. A message from the Jamaica Anti-Doping Commission.
It's now time for Sports in a Minute, sponsored by Edgechem, Western Sports, Megamart, Spectrum Insurance Brokers, D'Angelo Auto Spares and Accessories Limited, and Fosrich.
Tottenham are in regular contact with winger Manor Solomon after the midfielder was left stranded in Israel because of the ongoing conflict with Iran. 25-year-old Israel international married long-term partner Dana Bashina in his homeland last Thursday. However, the couple have been unable to leave the country after the Israeli military closed airspace for civilian traffic following aerial attacks from Iran last week. Solomon, who spent last season on loan at Leeds United, is due to return to pre-season training with Spurs in early July. And that's your Sports in a Minute.
Sports in a Minute was sponsored by Edgechem, changing lives 1 gallon at a time. Western Sports, the sports people. Megamart, best value by far. Spectrum Insurance Brokers, setting the industry standard. D'Angelo Auto Spares and Accessories Limited at 20 Balmoral Avenue, Kingston 10, and shop number 10, 1A Chapelton Road. Call 876-929-9146. And Fosrich.
Listen up, Jamaica. At Fosrich, everybody's getting a solar water heater. $20,000 deposit. 6 months to pay. What a deal! Fosrich Financing.
Are you ready for something mega? Spend $6,500 or more before GCT. Drop your entry in the box and you can win a 2025 Hyundai Tucson. It's the Mega Wheels Tour promotion. April 5th to September 28th. Second prize, a $50,000 shopping spree every month for a year. Third prize, a $30,000 shopping spree every month for a year. Brought to you by Hyundai, Redstone, Heineken, True Milk, Ranks, Walker's Wood, Downing, CPJ Daiquiri, and Carryburst. Choose Concentrate. Only at Megamart. Locations island-wide. Megamart. Best value by far. Authorized under Section 58.3 of the Rating Gaming and Laws Act.
Jamaica! It's time for Make a Move with Jamaica Moves. The Corporate Wellness Challenge 8x8 edition is here. 8 challenges, 8 months, 1 healthier workforce. Brought to you by the Ministry of Health and Wellness. This national movement pushes companies to compete, connect, transform your workplace 1 challenge at a time. Launch date Thursday, June 19, 2025. Register your company online at moh.gov.jm and lock in your spot. The Jamaica Moves Corporate Wellness Challenge 8x8 edition. Creating healthier workplaces for a healthier Jamaica.
Praise the Lord and God bless you. This is Archbishop Wayne Jonathan Manning I from Omega Radio. We would like to inform the listening audience that effective immediately, KLAS Radio is officially Omega Radio now. You are listening to Omega Radio. Tell everybody, the station where Jesus Christ is the star. God on Sports. Sensible. 89 FM Jamaica. Tell a friend, call a friend, tell everybody.
You're listening to Jamaica's first and number 1 daytime sports calling show, The Sports Desk.
All right, we're back. And how is it here? We go back. Hello.
Yeah, good afternoon.
Afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Yeah, man. Dave Liverpool here.
Edwin Dave Liverpool, yes.
Yeah, man. Orville.
Yes.
Yeah. Tell me something. Why you do a documentary on West Indies cricket? You know why you name it?
Yeah.
Why you name it the missing pieces in the decline of West Indies cricket. And you know why you place too much emphasis on passion why the cricket really gone to the deterioration level that it is right now.
Mm.
You know why I say that?
Right.
Carry back to the days of when West Indies wasn't doing well. We have potential, but we're still touring and
Which era we're talking?
you talk like Wesley, Jeff Thompson, Ian Chappell, when Clive Lloyd carried that team.
75, 76, that was.
Definitely. And was well with. And come back to the Caribbean and realize what is the strategy towards.
But long before that, we were regarded as the best cricket team in the world in the early 60s. You know?
Yes.
Yeah, so
there was a decline there about then.
Yeah, but it never reached this far. We were still a formidable team. That 75, 76 Australia team that beat was not a normal team. You know? They had Thompson and Lilly, who as a combination is one of the most potent fast bowling attack of all time. You know?
Right, and then we have two of the best batsmen. Brothers.
They have Greg Chaplin and man. It wasn't a joke team beat it.
I know that.
Right.
But the point that I'm trying to make is when West Indies go down there, it was a fairly young team, you know.
Yeah, you could say that.
In terms of generation changes,
you could
coming out of the 60s, going into the 70s era. So as a result of a young team going up to a team that is very formidable and basically one of the best teams in the world at the time.
Yeah, man.
You could see where.
So what do you want me to call the document?
Well, I gave you a name a while ago, how to structure it, but I don't want to place it too much on the passion because I said the passion gone out of the game.
But I don't know what else should I blame? What else would you point to?
Because the thing is, what me think that the passion out of the game is the amount of money now that the guys are making out of 2020 cricket and the bashes that take place around the world. But what I'm saying, before 2020, what time? By the way, you can give me information on when 2020 cricket really start in a serious way.
I don't know, but it is. Remember the first
India bring it up, man.
Yeah,
India come in with 2020, and then it takes a time.
Yeah, but on the 2020 mash up with cricket, my boss. The cricket was already in serious decline before 2020 came along. Now 2020 helped to take one and two players were kind of not committed to where they should. But we were already an idiot team when T20 came about.
Yeah, but the
1998 we went to South Africa and we get 5 love. We went to Australia and we get 5 love. Long before T20 happened. We wouldn't get 5 love from them team there. Before, the eras before.
But the point I'm trying to raise, Orville.
Yeah.
West Indies has been producing talents on top of talent right throughout that era coming down. The Courtney Walsh, the Ambrose, all of them era they coming right down. And there was no 2020 at that time. So what was the passion what you're talking about in that particular era? Because that particular era,
the passion never just dropped. The passion never just dropped. Boom, it get less and less and less.
Yeah, so, but by we not creating talent, on top of talent that we use.
So we used to go to find 15 superstars, then we start find 12, then we start find 8, then we find 6, then we find 4, then we have none.
Yeah, because the other countries around the world wise up on West Indies cricket, Orville.
And stop
like we come in at them country, complain at them domestically. Talent, and then come back in at the West Indies, come beat them personally. And so Clive Lloyd find Patrick Patterson. Now when them over a tour in England.
No,
and,
sir. No. May I tell you, say, what used to make we beat India? I never because we got India go play. What make we used to beat Australia? What make we used to beat Pakistan? We used to could have played cricket without England, and that may I try to tell you.
But our domestic cricket was the best in the world at that time, and we were only playing amongst one another.
There you go. So our regional cricket was super strong.
Yeah, because we were good amongst one another. Right?
I know England make we regional cricket strong.
Then we Viv and them Greenwich and Higgins and all them people that used to make them money. Now England them used to go in the county cricket.
England used to want them because they were good and not because
Right.
yes.
But
like when you have
a proper professional cricket was playing over England in that time the same way Orville.
We never say England never helped them, but we were already good before we start going to England. I mean, I tell you, when England want to hold him to come at Derbyshire, you think because they like him. You think when Warwickshire said them want Brian Lara in 1994 because them like him? Lara could have bought for them a liquor boy. That me I try to tell you, holding them, by the time holding them start play test cricket, them never normally know about. So that me I try to tell you what the county circuit saw were some huge potential that them put the icing on the cake. But when Garfield Sobers go and Nottinghamshire go play, Garfield Sobers was already a star in a Barbados. That me I try to tell you. We now produce them kind of something then. Because if we did still say Craig Brathwaite get him like a county game every now and again. She hope guy actually there. So if we did still good, we'd still have play county, A good we just not good. That's why we not I know county I know them make we now come because them now want we come. We just no longer have the quality. So the county season cricketers them no longer want we. So if you look for the Australian them and the big players them around the world, the county thing them still can go. A good we no get good why England no want we anymore.
Well, there's just a missing pieces of it. Let me tell you the truth. There's just a missing pieces somewhere.
The other day
and you know, blame it alone from passion.
The man himself is Shea Hope for complete couple years with the action. Shea Hope averaged 20 at that test cricket. What do you think of that if Shea Hope did average 45 at that test cricket? There will be county teams that breathe down him neck. The other day, Craig Brathwaite got crack couple games every now and again aside. Find himself one at a man or two. Seals got crack couple games. Roach got crack. That's how you go. But true, we not be not the best that them can go for no more. So rather than go for the mediocre man, you go for the best that county teams do. Just like Real Madrid and Barcelona. Them want the best talent to them can get. We are no longer the place where the best talent them there. How does that?
Oh, okay, Stephen. Zidane.
Yes, sir.
Quickly before me leave. We also say the skill set requires of a defensive midfielder.
Ability to break up the play. Restart the play. Yeah, I think you should be a pretty above average passer.
Yeah, with calmness and control.
Yeah, man, and be able to control the game.
Control the game. I mean to say you dictate.
Yeah.
How the counter attack would develop.
Yeah, man. Prime Busquets, Rodri, N'Golo Kante, Prime Casemiro. Those are examples. Yeah.
So me say, in the Jamaica perspective, when we recruit, why we can't tend to say even
I don't know why we can't find any, because you realize that we are so bad at refining defensive midfield players that Lati Bodir, who is generally a defender, was brought in and played that position, and Damian Lowe has been used as a makeshift central. So is that era that we now recruit well in Natal? You're right.
Yeah,
we've seen different sort of people coming from all over, but we're not seeing any of those.
That's why I ask for the skill set what it requires, because Damian Lowe is very erratic. In you can't know when he might go lashed out. In don't have a proper pass, in my opinion. Him is more of a back four defender.
Yeah, man, him is a centre half.
Right, definitely. Him is not even one of the centre half of modern era.
What happened to Bernard?
Those, them kick out centre half where just kick out ball and can do man marking. That's Damian Lowe. So when I'm going to use him in a defensive midfield, it's a specialist position in Zidane.
Yes.
It's a very specialist position. Any ball around the world that is rated highly as a defensive midfielder. It's not cheap,
True.
It's not cheap. And this is Jamaica's biggest problem. The man was like a fish out of water last night.
He mustn't have played there again.
In the center of the field. Pointing here and there. When he's supposed to do his job, people have to cover for him and all them something. And the coach, can never try him in the Jamaica match. Never try him in the Jamaica match.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
All right.
And because the youth inch, you know, something to say, don't even have a second, and you have a 16-man squad.
Yes. No.
And you don't have, and you don't have a backup
26.
to somebody who get ill.
Yeah, kind of strange.
Of course, that's very strange. They better be careful in this round where everybody has to easy, you know.
Yeah.
Tell you, because football and play on
paper. True. All right, my boss.
Yeah, man.
Big up yourself, Liverpool. I will take another break. We're coming back.
For all your genuine Toyota, Honda, Nissan, Mitsubishi, Mazda, Suzuki, and Subaru parts, visit Excel Auto Parts, the Auto Parts Hub, located at 95.5 Hagley Park Road. Opening hours are Monday to Friday, 8 a.m. to 5:30 p.m., Saturday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m., and Sunday, 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. Call 923-2356-7 and 757-2357. Civil servants, come and take advantage of our 50% discounts all year round. Once you visit Excel Auto, you will come back. Excel Auto Parts, your parts hub.
Greetings to you listeners. This is Reverend Ryan A. Gordon, Senior Pastor of the Broken Vessels Healing and Deliverance Ministries, located at 120 Main Street, Pineapple, Ocheria, St. Anne, Jamaica, West Indies. Join me every Sunday morning at 8:30 a.m. inside the Kingdom Lifestyle Radio Show with Brother Frisco. Join me for a word in time. You cannot afford to miss this powerful word every Sunday morning on this station.
It's all right.
You're listening to Jamaica's first and number one daytime sports calling show, The Sports Desk.
All right, welcome back. We go back online. Hello.
Gentlemen.
Oh,
Fine.
Good afternoon, Pai. Yes, we are here.
All right. Talk a little basketball, is it?
Yes.
The game last time. I started the game last night first. As I said yesterday, none of these teams had lost back-to-back games in the series for the first time in the playoff.
Yes.
So for the first time, Indiana has lost back-to-back game.
Mm-hmm.
Things don't look too pretty for them from here on. With that, what we think is an injury to Tyrese Halliburton.
Calf strain.
Yeah, we don't know how healthy he will be and how much he will have to offer.
Mm-hmm.
Come Thursday for game 6. I put a little bit of I give Rick Carlisle a little beating for something I seen the last night. I don't know if you were observing it. I wasn't actually watching the game live. There is a YouTube channel called Sports Fury. When I'm on the road and I can't see the games, I normally listen to the games. And some of them they do color commentary for the games. I'm find them to be kind of good. Them very descriptive stuff.
Yes.
Them give that thing there. Them get a first-hand experience of watching the game.
Mm-hmm.
During the third quarter of the game, Rick Carlisle brought in TJ McConnell, who is his backup point guard. And he gave them a spark off of the bench.
Yes, indeed, he did.
Yeah, man, I think he scored 13 points in the third quarter.
Mm-hmm.
Saying, going into the fourth quarter, obviously, Halliburton was struggling.
Yes.
Never had a field goal in the game, had 0 points in the first half.
Mm-hmm.
Made 4 free throws to the entire game. So he was struggling.
Struggling badly.
Struggling badly. Saying, I was surprised that in the fourth quarter, knowing that Halliburton was struggling and TJ McConnell was having that good of a game, the coach never sit Halliburton and give TJ McConnell another shot at it. Because, I mean, we all know in basketball, when you have a hot hand, you try and exploit it. If you bring him out there for 4 or 5 minutes and you realize it's not working, then you can't revert. But
and when you look at a team like his own team and you saw what Matherin did and you saw what Naismith did against New York, he knows more than anybody else that he can have that one play on a given night that is his night and he's going to just take the game away from Liverpool.
And the pace that is that type of a team.
Yes, indeed.
You're not going to get... I doubt there's a game in this series, Zidane, that the Pacers, that in any other games where the Pacers, the top scorer in the game has come from the Pacers. I don't think so. No.
Yeah.
I don't think there has been any game.
Yeah, man. The game 3.
Which one?
Game 3.
Who was the top scorer?
The 27 points was the top scorer in that game. Matherin.
Who was
Matherin,
Oh.
yeah, 27 points.
Hold on. How much is she scoring that game?
24, I think.
24. Okay.
Yeah, it was the
Matter,
24.
yeah. But the point I'm trying to make is that the Indiana Pacers is a team that gives you balanced scoring.
Yes.
Short. And as I just said, it is anybody's night and a given night. Obi Toppin can come up big one night.
Yes.
Neesmith, we have seen him come up big. Halliburton, Pascal Siakam, and it goes down the list. So I'm thinking that last night, TJ McConnell obviously had a hot hand. I think the other part, I heard the guys saying at one point, he was saying that they can't guard me. So he was having that type of a game. And when I came in, I watched the highlights. He was actually, having that type of a game. So, but kind of blame the coach for not utilizing him a little bit more, seeing that Halliburton was struggling. We know coaches have a tendency to stick with them star players.
Mm-hmm.
Saying, and I think he did that last night to his own detriment. Saying, big game by Jalen Williams last night. I mean, what did I've been listening to you, I listen to you from the show start. I don't know, and I've missed some part of the show.
I never bother pressure you, man.
No, but you can't pressure me. You can't pressure me because I was listening to you. Good game. 40 points.
Great game, man. Not good game, man. Great game, Pioneer.
Great game.
Yes.
Well, I wanted to point out to you that Reggie Miller has had back-to-back 40-point games in the NBA.
Yeah, that's an achievement still.
Yeah, so so may I say, now you was a one game by Jalen Williams.
No, but it's not one game, but it's a show you, because remember you laugh at me when I said it, It's not about you disagreeing, you say me.
No, I told you, you're premature. You get there a little bit too early.
No, it's not. No, listen, Pioneer, there's a difference between ranking somebody as an all-time great and knowing that this person. We never need 10 years to know say Michael Jordan better than half of the man who play when he came into basketball.
No, but Zidane, all right, listen. I've heard you made that great proclamation about players. For example, Anthony Davis better than Tim Duncan and better than Karl Malone thing. No, we have seen Anthony Davis had highs, but we have seen him have lows also. And then how you gonna rank a player as being better?
No, but I don't rank. No, but I don't rank Davis over Tim Duncan in terms of greatness.
No,
but I think
it's better.
But I think it's better. I think the combination of his skill set and what him do consistently in that regard better than Tim Duncan. Tim Duncan have those long.
I think so even.
And what are the things that Tim Duncan does better than Anthony Davis as a basketball player?
I think the highs them have far higher than Anthony Davis.
No, man.
Hold on, no. What the point you're trying to make is saying that Anthony Davis have a better all-around game than Tim Duncan. Maybe because him can shoot the tree a little bit and him. But then,
have a better mid-range. Him can beat people. Him can destroy defenders better than Tim Duncan and all that.
Which is a few little things. But may I say to you for me, the highs of Tim Duncan.
Me like how you switch. Me like how you switch kind of Tim Duncan.
No, hold on.
Smart,
the fact that he did it more consistent.
No, but that debate. All right, Pioneer. Fine. If you want Tim Duncan better, right. The Jalen Williams regimen, not close, Pioneer, man.
No,
it's not close. Williams is a much better defender. You don't need 10 years to know that Regimen never make no consideration for NBA all defensive team.
This could be this could be a one-off season.
No, no.
Hold on.
Is that the first time I watch him?
No, we have seen him coming, but this is obviously the best season of his career, of his young career.
No, but they don't expect him to be that good in rookie year. But if you look at rookie year, look at rookie year for rookie year. His rookie year was better than Reggie's rookie year. You can see the skill, the ability.
Yes. This could be very well be the peak we see from Jalen Williams.
Let me ask you.
Come next year or the next 2 years, if him fall off a cliff, then I'm not going to agree with you.
Then how come you agree say he's a better defender than Reggie Miller?
No, because his defensive acumen is better than Reggie.
But you don't. So you don't think him?
No, but me I say no.
You say contradict yourself now, my boss.
No, I'm not.
You can't have it both ways. You're saying. So you're saying him can't fall off defensively?
He could.
So you contradict yourself. There you go.
No, but hold on. We are talking about overall.
No, but we're looking at.
I can.
So who's the better defender?
Jalen Williams.
I don't need 10 years to know that. Then why you telling me that I need? Why you want me to wait so long to say he's a better all around player? Because I think offensive is better.
I can look at one aspect of a man's game and tell you that one aspect of a man's game is better than the next man. But for me, still say a man's overall game is better. You have to do it consistently at a high level.
No, man, that is a contradiction, my boss.
You know what this reminds me of? Let me tell you what this
straight
reminds me.
contradiction. You're contradicting yourself, Pioneer.
Hold on, I get Orville in. Remember, an argument that Orville come with them say, and even though we disagree, but him say, him bridging from the country have a better. What was that? Hook shot?
Cut shot.
Cut shot. All right. So me I said, we can look on one aspect of a man thing and compare it to an next man. But in order for me to say overall, him better than an next man, he must go do it consistently.
Yeah, but Pioneer, no. Nice try, Pioneer. No, man, that is a no, Pioneer. That is a one shot. No, don't try that.
That's the same thing.
No, you're defensively is a whole entire half of your game, my boss.
One aspect of your
No, but it's not a one shot that, my boss. Don't compare the two. No, Pioneer. Don't be dishonest. Pioneer, don't be dishonest. Basketball is a two-way game. Basketball is a two-way game. You have to be great defensively and offensively. Two things in a basketball. So you're saying Jalen is a better defender. You're saying half of the time he's better than Reggie Miller on the court, even after 3 years.
Hear me, I said.
Tell me why Reggie Miller better than him offensively. No, tell me about his game.
Reggie Miller did it as a number one option. That's the first. That means that defenders.
Oh, come on.
No, man, come on to that. Don't do that. Don't rubbish that. We know that the bulk of defenders, the bulk of the opposition defensive effort is directed at Shea Gilchrist Ellington.
Well,
that in itself
the bulk
makes it a little bit easier.
All right, the bulk of the defensive efforts were placed on Shaquille O'Neal in that three-peat. Me still know say Kobe Bryant as a second option was better than a whole heap of player who was number one option. Pioneer. Is that poor point, my boss?
No, make a switch it. No, it's not a poor point.
No, man, the second option argument is not a great argument, my boss.
Poor point because it don't mean say if one man average 30 points and the next man average 27, while the bulk of the defensive attention is his. You ever say the man who average 30?
What I'm saying to you, my boss.
I'm going to say to you, no, it is because the man that draw so much
the reason, nice strike. The reason why Williams is this dominant is because people not guard him. Man, stop
I am saying, no, I am saying.
Beat people off the dribble. When Shea comes out of the game, my boss, Jalen Williams is the focal point of the offense, and him them a double and triple, and him get him shots and create him one shot and get to the basket and dish it out to people. Reggie Miller can't play basketball like this. And what they're going to do, they're going to look like a fool trace the road. They're going to say, oh, Zidane did it right. And nothing would have changed.
3 years down the line, you're going to tell us, no,
and nothing will change. Nothing will change, Pioneer. I'm going to be the same player with the same game. I seem like Nikola Jokic. You're all going to look like a fool once again.
No, as I say, you anoint him like you did the Jokic.
And you all came around and nothing has changed for Nikola. It's the same player, same game.
What would you be a player? Zidane, you and I have been watching the NBA enough to see players who have had one great season or 1.5 great season.
Man, we're not talking about greatness. Because a man can get injured as well in a Pioneer, like Derrick Rose. I know Derrick Rose didn't have the career he should have had because of it, but me know he's better than a whole lot of people. I
think Jalen Williams have the skill set to lead a team at the NBA one day. I think he have the skill set to go and help him in Oklahoma City team. Probably be like a small dynasty if they stay healthy. And if them can keep most of them pieces together. So, as I said, I'm not going to appoint him and anoint him too early. I'm not going to put him over a man who had a 18-year career in the NBA and did it at the highest level as the man leading his team for the most part and led his team to the NBA.
When you realize that Michael Jordan was the best player in basketball?
Very early in his career because he was... Hold on again. I'll come back to
after 3 years, I know say Larry Bird can't play basketball like Michael Jordan. Me never need 12, 13 years to know that. It was clear after 2 or 3 years. Larry Bird cannot play basketball like Michael Jordan.
I'm continue to say a few things about this series.
Yes.
I think the series done, you know. Personally, I think the series done. OKC going into Indiana, I think them go angle them business. I don't think them go on gamble it for game 7. I expect Indiana to play with the greatest desperation. But I think before the series started, I'd said this. I'm said to you, I said, okay, so you got dash for a game and Indiana go win a game. Saying so I go pick Thunders in 6, and I'm still a stick with that. I think it ends on Thursday night.
Yeah, man, you did say in 6 from initially that. I give the explanation that I think Indiana is good enough for maybe one and Turner might slip up. Turner might slip up in another one. So and it has happened.
Yeah, so yes. I think this is where the series is. Then I don't know. What do you think? You think Jalen Williams can put himself in contention for the final defeat?
No, because even though he was brilliant last night, she was still really good.
Another 40 points.
Yeah. No man. She was brilliant in the first two games. Especially, he was by far the best player in the league.
Averaging
in the series.
32 points.
Is she, man?
So Jalen.
Jalen have to drop 50. Yes. Yes.
Anyway,
all right, cool. Good. Yeah, man, we're talking. Cool. I will take a break. We're coming back after the music.
Go straight to Western Sports for all your track and field needs, like spikes, high jump equipment, throwing implements, hurdles, not to mention your team tracksuits, running tights, vests, and shorts. The time by Western Sports, the sports people, is
3 o'clock.
The gateway for Jamaica's athletes to several international competitions, including the World Athletics Championships in Tokyo, Japan, opens from Thursday, June 26 to Sunday, June 29 for the J3A Junior and Senior National Championships at the National Stadium, 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. each day. Admission, finish area season ticket, $8,000. Daily, $1,000 to $3,000. Regular grandstand season ticket, $6,500. Daily, $1,000 to $2,500. Tickets go on sale at mysticonlinetix.com. Starting June 11th, Pegasus Hotel and the Stadium Ticket Office. Starting Monday, June 23. The action will be sizzling.
You're listening to Jamaica's first and number one daytime sports calling show, The Sports Desk.
All right, time for music, and the first selection is the second selection now, one from Vibes Cartel, and it's called The Glory of Jesus.
Dear Lord, I want you to use me as a vessel, Lord, to spread your word and your gospel to the ends of the world. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. Lord, you can reach out, touch a place on the inside that no human could ever touch. And Lord, you can take me and mold me and make me to give up what I never want to give up. Oh, Lord, please speak to me. I want to hear from your throne up above. Let me see your glory that I've been longing for, that my soul can never get enough. For the glory of Jesus shines brighter and brighter. The closer I get, the more I see the glory of the soon coming King. For the glory of Jesus, for the glory of Jesus, shines brighter and brighter, so bright. The closer I get, the more I see the glory of the soon coming King. Lord, let your people know you like Moses as they went to the wilderness of sin. And Lord, keep us holy and our minds still on you, so your glory can shine deep within. And Lord, make us able to always recognize you and keep us from temptation and sin. So show us your glory like you did in the temple, cause the temple is truly within. For the glory of Jesus, for the glory shines bright. brighter and brighter, brighter and brighter. The closer I get, the more I see the glory of the soon coming King. For the glory of Jesus, for the glory of Jesus, shines brighter and brighter, so bright. The closer I get, the more I see the glory of the soon coming King. Thank you, Lord, for everything you've done to me and for everything you've done for me. Father God, I just want to give you praises. Praise your holy name. Lord, I'm thankful for my countless blessings, and I'll never stop calling your name. Amen. For the glory of Jesus, for the glory shines brighter and brighter, brighter and brighter. The closer I get, the more I see the glory of the soon coming King. For the glory of Jesus, for the glory of Jesus, shines brighter and brighter, so bright. The closer I get, the more I see the glory of the soon coming King.
All right, interesting one here from Vibes Cartel, brought to you by Edgecombe Paints for people who dream in color. People, you see the Jalen Williams thing. Remember, what the guy has been doing, is at the highest level, So the regular season, you're playing against the same people, That's why the matter from them are rookie. So this is a 3 years. I know we've seen the playoffs back-to-back years showing his class and his quality and all his skill set. It is a non-argument, man. He's a way better defender, and he has more dynamic to his offensive game. Not close by any.
All right, I want to say something. Somebody just send me a thing, say 3 prominent names haven't yet been registered for the national trials. Them not say Omar McLeod. Somebody have privy to the list. So them not say Omar McLeod name. Them not say Ilian Thompson name. And them not see Stoner name. Stoner will win the gold medal at the last Olympics. But I understand that the entries close on Thursday. So the fact said
late entry.
Yeah, late entries can still come in. So Ilian may still be at the national trials. So it's Stoner and so it's Omar McLeod. What might happen is that they might have to pay a late fee. But somebody see the list, didn't spot them and almost like them and said Ilian not going to be at the trials. But I understand that up to Thursday it could be late. Anyway, 615-2841. We go back online. Hello.
Yeah, man. Hello.
Yeah.
Oh, yes, I see that.
I know me can't believe I'm that listen to me, man. Vibes Cartel.
The man, so, in not know God. Yeah,
that was there.
That was there. Here's the vibe. Careful, though.
You ever hear about the road to Damascus, my boss?
Yeah,
when man we used to persecute Christians, eventually turn around and become Christian.
All me I say, careful vibe. If you're not serious, not do it.
Yeah, if you're not serious,
not do it. Leave it alone. Yeah, that's that.
Only him can know
Zidane, you win the argument, man. You know, if take come for the break and then they talk about it again. So you win the argument.
Yeah, man, easily, man. Easily.
Because you get him with the defense side. If the man is the best defense, no, that's a half a basketball.
Exactly. So he might go to like him smart, but Orville with him. Me understand the aspect of a man maybe can head ball. Me's a better footballer than you, but you can head better than me. That's a skill set, Badger. That's one half of the game. You understand me?
Hold on, so Badger, you agree that I can never make the Jamaica team?
No. We're talking about regular footballers. Everybody who can play football. So Badger.
No.
We're talking about Cristiano Ronaldo and Messi.
Yeah, man. We're not talking about.
No, but it's a different question I ask. Can I never play for Jamaica yet? I just read them play for. I'm a better header than a World Cup baller.
I've been on a champion.
Well, hold on. Orville, you're about to play top flight cricket. I did ask you the time if he played top flight cricket in Jamaica, you know.
No,
You said no.
He played on replacement.
But yes, you Orville slick no ask about Reno. And Reno at the top level in Jamaica.
So you think everybody will play for Reno better than everybody will never play for Reno?
I've been stopping for time now. I want nobody.
Hold on, you think everybody will play parish cricket better than everybody will never play?
I've been want nobody sending no text and say me get too much time because people get 15 minutes. I mean, you know, text coming.
All right.
You understand me? I say, so me no want that, brother. You understand me? I say,
Right.
yeah.
Yes.
By the way, no, not you. I'll be this time. I'll be. Take a look for Preacher Award.
For what?
Preacher Award.
Yes. We see.
Read it, Arvin, because maybe read it, because in recognition of your dedication as a father. Yeah, and then it say, and your outstanding contribution to national development.
Yeah.
That means they get the award for two different reasons, you know, that. Because and join two sentences together, bun and cheese, bun and then the cheese. The first part of it. But by the way, who won this award last year, Zidane?
I don't know.
When this award thing start, how you get nominated for this award, Zidane?
I don't know.
How you get nominated for this award?
I have
no
idea.
And all the other Babs know that this man is what kind of father she call him? A dedicated father. When do? Give him pretty lunch money every morning and she see that she live she know that. What him do? What is the criteria to get this award? Because me give my daughter lunch money, you know that. You know that. You know that. You're close to my daughter. Yeah. And they drop her at school and pick her up and so on and thing and everything. So can I get this kind of award too from
what makes Preacher a better baby father than you is your question.
Yeah, what makes Preacher a better baby father than me? What me have to do to get this award?
Or for that matter me?
Well, yo, yeah.
I hear you. Preacher would have to go.
No man, Preacher may explain what I think. I don't want that. Preacher, man. Oh God, man. The man get the award to be a good father. Then what are we supposed to get? What are we? Who's a good father supposed to get the award? And then I can vote.
But he got also. There was another part to the award.
Yes, leave off the part there. Because I don't know nothing for development. That's why I say two different reasons. So give me for the first part, Honorable Babs. You have to put in the second part in it. And development, whatever. Because maybe them say me do nothing to develop the country. Because you understand, a man soon say they take time to me and nah him and anything there. So maybe me not do nothing like that. So give me the first part. Me satisfy with the first part of the award. Me qualify for the first part. Don't do that. See that?
Yeah, man, I hear you.
Yeah, ask you that. You have to qualify.
No, it's because that's not a sports thing.
But is a sport is somebody who talk about sports get the award, and the sports means that the award.
It's not a sports award. It was given by a sports association.
It's a personal award.
So when you're ready to talk sports, you bring me in.
All right. Not talk sports.
Yes.
You think you about sports, but you talk about it though. Today you don't want to talk about it. All right. Let me say again. Yes. And here with this multi thing, right? And you know, say if you go to that Silva, I am with you 100%. I'm with you, 100%, Then deal with that Silva way. Especially when they wanted him for the captain. You understand?
No, them never them want him. Them just
interview him then.
He was among those who were being considered.
Right, considered. He was considered as a captain. And if in the past the linguistic test, he will probably be the captain. You understand?
Why you narrow it down to linguistic test?
Well, we don't know why they would have wanted for captain and then make it as captain and him can't on the side. So most what else advice on cricket and you start. Wouldn't you say that?
It's strange. Put it away.
No man, may I ask you?
I don't know why he was good enough to be considered as potential skipper, but not enough to make the 16.
Right. And then to make a cricket team as a skipper, you would have things say if you bat, if you're batting, and if you bowl, if you're bowling, and then they look on some other things. But that has to be a part of it first. And then you look for your people skills. No, sir.
Listen, I don't know what were the things that went into the interviews.
No, me just a reason, Orville.
Me no know. Remember, they have never interviewed 6 people for 2 who can captain West Indies before. So we have no precedence.
All right. In the past, when they're going to pick captains for a cricket team, them cricket aspect them look for first.
50%.
Because
The other
Viv was
50.
not no people person. Viv go in a
Yeah,
press
man.
box.
But Viv was the biggest name in the thing at the time.
Because I'm cricket.
And thing. But
all right. So listen to all right. So we don't know.
Yeah.
So if you go that Silva, I am with you. The multi one now, I cannot. Multi average in Pakistan is 25. Okay? 25. Hold that right there.
With the ball.
Yeah. Pakistan for Jaden Seal is 21.
With the ball.
You understand? Yeah, with the ball. Yeah. You understand? With the ball. And he never get no game the second game. You understand?
He was still in the squad. If them used to pick Nikita Miller for some West Indies squad, me wouldn't ball away my ball, you know. At least I am saying if Rakim Cornwall was being called on tour and when them look at them say, boy, you're not give no game. Me could have said, boy, at least them a consider
all right,
the
so
man.
listen.
Me attack when you have pick 1 3 test tour and the man is nowhere to be found.
Again, they are remember I said them do a foolishness by picking 2 spinner already, you know. As by accepting not captain. So they must play, you know. You understand?
I don't even know if they must play, you know. But
well, I like that too, because I feel say by the time the third test come around, the vice captain might not get
if
a game.
Warrior can play them first 2 tests, I'm not going with nothing. Good to get dropped for the third test.
You know, so me don't want more time. I come back tomorrow. I don't want anybody sending no test. I come back tomorrow.
Yes. All right.
You understand?
All right. Cool. And man, big up. Somebody saying that late fee is Amiga for the athletes. Amiga 5,000 Jamaican.
Yeah,
so it's not a problem.
Me hear that 5 grand argument. We're coming back after.
Give a little something. US $1 JD 150 every time you receive a remittance from Lasco Money Transfer to sponsor a social project selected by the Jamaica Social Stock Exchange. Say, I want to donate $1 to the cashier. Donations accepted at these locations: 38.5 Red Hills Road, Kingston 10, 15 Chandos Place, Poppin Square, Kingston 10, and Shop 203 Bayway Shopping Center, 3 St. James Street, Montego Bay.
Are you ready for something mega? Spend $6,500 or more before GCT. Drop your entry in the box and you can win a 2025 Hyundai Tucson. It's the Mega Wheels Tour promotion, April 5th to September 28th. Second prize, a $50,000 shopping spree every month for a year. Third prize, a $30,000 shopping spree every month for a year. Brought to you by Hyundai, Red Stripe, Heineken, True Milk, Brinks, Walker's Wood, Downing, CPJ Daiquiri, and Carryburst Juice Concentrate. Only at Megamart. Locations island-wide. Megamart, best value by far. Authorized under Section 58.3 of the Betting, Gaming, and Lotteries Act.
Give a little something. US $1 JD 150 every time you receive a remittance from Lasco Money Transfer to sponsor a social project selected by the Jamaica Social Stock Exchange. Say, I want to donate $1 to the cashier. Donations accepted at these locations: 38.5 Red Hills Road, Kingston 10, 15 Chandos Place, Poppin Square, Kingston 10, and Shop 203 Bayway Shopping Center, 3 St. James Street, Montego Bay.
You're listening to Jamaica's first and #1 daytime sports call-in show, The Sports Desk.
All right, we're back. 615-2841, 615-2841, or 676-6968. We go back online. Hello.
Hello.
Now let's try another line. All right.
Hello?
Yeah, good afternoon. Nick.
Yeah, man. Well, sir. Big up on yourself.
How they do, Nick? What's up?
Yeah, man. Congrats to Preacher on the award. Here, sir?
Yes.
Yeah, man. Big up yourself, Preacher.
Yes.
All right, now. Based on the football, I concur with Jackson, you know. That really, man, I see no improvement in the football, the playing. You understand? Every other team, as him say, you can see improvement regardless of the rankings in them ball playing, even in this World Cup. Right? Jamaica, truth be told, all right, since we changed Whitmore as a coach, because I'm not really attacking any coach right now, right? But the fact of the matter is that we had a local coach in Whitmore, right? We changed him and we put in several overseas coach with far bigger salaries. And the truth is I'm not seeing it in the football. Right? I can't see no big difference in the playing of the football.
Yeah.
Right? When I can ask you something. When last we can say we play a side who rank lower than us, and we forget about the result, but
lower than us or higher than us?
Lower than us in ranking, and forget about the result. But we can't say we ball them, in Jamaican terms. We ball them. We ball them off the park. When we can't say that. Which match and when we can't say that. There's no improvement, brother. Right? And you see this soup thing when you talk about Zidane.
Yes.
Careful, man, and I let you down about the soup, Right? Because
they say the soup might run my belly.
I don't know you're so trusted in these guys, because that's what I talk about. All these teams that we in the zone with, and we think a soup are the same teams and lower. We're not playing a football. We're not ball them off the park.
Yeah, but even though we don't play great football, when we play the soup them, now we still beat them, we beat. So even though, as I said
I said a while ago, forget about the result. Yes, we just like when the bigger teams catch us when we are the soup, right? And then ball we off the park. You see where the ball nobody? When we catch a Trinidad and when we catch even a team like yesterday, we're not supposed to ball them off the park. But we're not playing.
But so what we call ball, we not go ball too many teams
off the park, So
because we're not really what we would call a ball possessing team, we don't play them something.
Yeah, but we do beat the very small teams though. That's why I'm not worried.
Yeah, we'll score more goals.
Yeah.
I mean, me just come off of that right now, and we got to something.
And we usually struggle against Central American teams as well. We won't have any to face.
Our J3 national championship coming up, right?
Yeah.
And I noticed a couple absentees. Some of them were obvious, right? Like we hear from Samson here, so we know.
No, you hear with dust. I just said like a while, The deadline, the deadline for the entries is Thursday.
Thursday come.
So them not make the initial list, but there's a late entry of $5,000. If
these major stars not sign up yet, right?
Yeah. Stoner,
Thompson here, Stoner, McLeod,
yeah.
Ebert, and Liston. So let me ask that question, because I think it was yesterday I heard a news clip, a sports news clip on another station, that we are being approached by what a European country is approaching our athletes, some of our athletes, right? Offering big money to change allegiance. You hear something about that?
No.
Because I'm hearing something in the region of $500,000 US. I think if I'm not wrong, somebody can check it. I think I hear the name Turkey called, right? And also they're offering money after you change allegiance and you're going to the World Championship. And if you can bring in a medal, you can pocket some more bonuses, right?
Yeah.
So I'm not sure if anyone. Well, Brianna Liston, I know she's injury prone right now. I don't know much.
Yeah, let me check if she has recovered and what the status on her, the latest, because she was struggling with the injury up until 2 weeks ago.
At least McLeod, because McLeod compete the other day, in one of the Champions League.
Yeah.
I don't know much about Hibbert, what's going on with him. He has not appeared this season at all, so I'm not sure if anything happening with injury right there. Right? Stone, I know.
I think somebody said him perform today, if not lie, somewhere. But after Thursday we win.
Okay, but those not sign up yet. Now, the Christopher Taylor, You hear anything about him doubling?
No, me said, well, what me hear is that he might try decide whether to do the 2 or the 4.
No, well, me just read something. You can check it too. That he will be doubling, sprint double.
Oh, well, you know, it wouldn't surprise me, but either.
So I'm not saying nothing about the 4, but I saw sprint double. So.
Oh, say yes, it could be 1-2 for Chris Taylor.
Yeah. So you know, the next thing is, I look forward to see this little youth, I know, because I think he'll compete. Gary Card.
Or the youth around the 10:06.
Yeah, man.
At the champs.
Yeah, and Brian Level. You know, I look forward to see them too. Youth there with the other with Oblique and Kishane and those people.
Yeah,
you
man.
know, other than that, for the on the ladies side, you know, the usual people are there: Sharika, Shelly, and the twins, right?
Yeah.
With some other people. So
why people say one of the big bet around is that Shelly can't make the team.
You know, Shelly have a way. When we talk, you know, she have a way to put you in our place, you know. So let's, you know.
Yeah. Them say Shelly a combo 5th. That man in February.
It's possible, you know, because the lineup sticky.
Yeah, and Father Time is undefeated.
Right. The lineup sticky. So it should be interesting. You know, the championship should be interesting and things, right?
Yes, sir.
You know, so that are my things still. You know, just want to share my thoughts on the championship and big up again.
I never know you're a truck man like that. You're all around now.
Yeah, we do. Yeah, and I'm not. You're not very loud up and say it, you know, like, you know.
But you're all around that. All right, cool. Big up yourself, my boss.
Big up.
All right. Yeah. So that's Nick. 6152841. We go back online. Hello. That person I want her. What we do now? Oh, we squeeze some text. All right.
Text message.
It's now time for text messages on the sports desk.
Yes, Zidane, me love how you stop Badger for Christian man. Him love the cast him bring up yesterday and laugh. Still never get the answers him want. Hear him bring back up today. Badger come talk sport. Move on, my boss. Davian said that. Davian, call and take on Badger in person rather than text him. Badger, you are a hater. Preacher didn't come and brag about the award, and an award has to start somewhere. God have mercy. The comedy one come on the ear 307. Let's see how long he will be entertained on the ear. I'm talking about Badger. Man, my pressure Badger. Man say ED better than Tim Duncan. This is heights of foolishness on the radio. This man is worst off talking basketball. Same man that said this Indiana team is better than the Bulls team that beat them Indiana team.
I never said any such thing.
And on the other hand, Orville afraid to tell the man when he disagree with him. Laugh out loud. Laughable brother. Since Zidane feeling better than Orville, the man talking pure cap. Not sound good.
Is all that?
Personally.
But I never ever said any Indiana team was better than any Chicago team. That's just a blatant. I'm not saying you're blatant liars. You just want to take me on and just creating some things that I did not say, my boss. I never said any such thing. You cannot challenge me about AD versus Tim Duncan. You, where text, cannot challenge me on it, and really.
Gentlemen, one big requisite to play effective football is a working brain. This Jamaican football team lacks that. These guys always seem to be overcome by the moment, like deer in the headlights. No coach can help these guys. They lack what it takes, smarts, and mark my word, they will not get to the World Cup. Trinidad, a much smarter team, will beat them and get to the World Cup. All right, the man said we're not smart like Trinidad. Good afternoon, Orville and Zidane. It is full time we stop fooling around ourselves. The Reggae Boys doesn't have a clue about playing football. Let's stick to athletics. Justin St. Catherine. Good day, Orville and Zidane. It was a horrible display from the Reggae Boys last night, especially playing a team that ranked over 100. For me, I don't see where the coach is stamping his authority on this team. One of the fundamental reasons why he was hired is to help get better quality players from England. But I yet to see that happen. That. It was a little long, but we get the message. Good day, Sports Desk. The Reggae Boys are just being the Reggae Boys, consistently inconsistent. The coach not Flacco. Warner Brown was isolated for most of the game. Don't pressure him too much. The ball wasn't getting to him.
True that, Texter.
Orville and Zidane, you have to understand that Bailey not only came into the team with more baggage, but also being more favored by the local people to be the best player in the squad. And then somebody said it was Bailey who made the cross. What head over the bar?
By Pinnock. I can't.
Garvey used the dunce. All he do is talk and don't listen.
Was it Bailey who made that cross? Pinnock should have done better with that one. It was a really good cross. I could have shown it was Lembekisi though.
Sports Desk, good day. Garvey, our Olympic champion, discuss Roger Stoner. They didn't make it into football. This is fuzzy one thing. No, I don't think the NFL thing that they work out. I'm not sure. Anyway, I will stay now. Oscar, so we take the break and then we come back.
Give a little something. US $1 JD 150 every time you receive a remittance from Lasco Money Transfer to sponsor a social project selected by the Jamaica Social Stock Exchange. Say, I want to donate $1 to the cashier. Donations accepted at these locations: 38.5 Red Hills Road, Kingston 10, 15 Chandos Place, Poppin Square, Kingston 10, and Shop 203 Bayway Shopping Center, 3 St. James Street, Montego Bay.
Are you ready for something mega? Spend $6,500 or more before GCT. Drop your entry in the box and you could win a 2025 Hyundai Tucson. It's the Mega Wheels 2 promotion. April 5th to September 28th. Second prize, a $50,000 shopping spree every month for a year. Third prize, a $30,000 shopping spree every month for a year. Brought to you by Hyundai, Red Stripe, Heineken, True Milk, Brinks, Walker's Wood, Downing, CPJ Daiquiri, and Carryburst Juice Concentrate. Only at Megamart. Locations island-wide. Megamart. Best value by far. Authorized under Section 58.3 of the Rating Gaming and Lotteries Act.
It is your right to know what you want. Information at your fingertips. It's for the man in the streets, for those in business. Information for everybody. No one has it, so you can use it to develop your community. Your right to know information at your fingertips.
A message from the Access to Information Unit.
You're listening to Jamaica's first and number one daytime sports calling show, The Sports Desk.
All right, so the final half an hour or the final 29 minutes.
Yeah, somebody's saying that Christopher Taylor has registered for the 100 and the 200 meters at trials.
Or the 1-2.
Yes.
Yeah. All right, we're back online. Hello.
Hello?
Yes.
Orville, what's up, Emirates?
Emirates.
Yeah, good afternoon, Emirates.
Hey, man. All is well?
Yes, man.
Yeah, man.
Well, give thanks to that many people like that, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Why, you know, last night was the first I watched Reggae Boys in a long time.
Yeah?
And part of the thing because I kind of love the game, you know, and because I know the frustration, we just decided to listen, I watch. Because I do, when I watch the game, I cuss myself, cuss them, and get frustrated. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
And I just had a wrong game. I was kind of disappointed. Not kind of, I was very, very disappointed. Because, all right, so in cricket, right? So get to cricket quickly. You may not have the best team, but them say if you can feel well, you can bowl well, you can focus on the simple things like, you know, you running between the wicket and so on, you can compete well. Right? So if West Indies playing Australia, we know Australia done better than we, but if you can do the basics well, take the catch them, you know, sending the ball well, try run out, you know, just line and line, those kind of things. We can put up some good score, and that's what New Zealand use over the years. They don't have a side to blow you away, but they play the game very efficient. Agree?
Yeah, for the most part.
Yeah. So in football, right? We have a fairly alright side. We don't have a big side, but if we can do the basics well, like scoring, which I think
scoring
all these players who play in league.
When I said do the basics well, like scoring,
Well, when we say basic, sorry. No. I'm not saying scoring is basic, but if a ball comes to your head, you must be able to head it towards the goal. Correct? All being equal.
Go on.
So that ball with the man dash right, I just can't. I look at it over and over, trying to figure out how the hell he buck it over the net.
We're not special.
That was a perfect cross by Bailey. Perfect. We don't know what else Bailey to do.
It was Bailey who made the cross.
Yeah, man, it was Bailey, man.
But it was a brilliant cross. Really good.
Brilliant cross, man. And then there was another one, where the guy kicked it. It was it in the net, and that was Bailey.
No, but there was one that Bailey floated over the top, you know.
Yeah.
But I believe that it was Russell came to. He was more concentrating on pushing the defender than watching where the ball was coming in. That was another really good pass from Bailey as well.
Right. I'm based on the game. I saw about 4, no matter how the game played, 4 great chances.
We should at least draw the game, man. We should have at least draw
the game. The man then get, I would say, 3 chances I saw Guatemala get. And it's towards the goal. Yeah, but the other guy making it ground almost horizontal.
Yes, that Blake saved.
Right.
Yes.
Trying to make a goal out of nothing. And then another one where the man must have put the ball or something like that. The point I make is that, boy, we don't know what happened. The team lazy, they not move, they not counter pass enough, they not hold up the ball. Why?
Man, they were clueless last night, man.
Clueless, but man, the basics, get a ball to be able to pass. I mean, them do well up to about midway, the team are half, you know. But all the man do is sit behind the ball. And there's nothing they can do out of that. Nobody are run on the link to cross the ball in. Nobody are move fast and the counter to kind of put them under pressure. And then worse about that, now the coach will talk, say, boy, he never surprised by the performance of thing there. You know, so they more come hard. What did they come with? If you know, so the man more come hard at you. And 9 changes, Guatemala made, you know. 9 changes, we never see that before. 9. To play first game, right? In the Gold Cup.
Mm-hmm.
9 changes.
Well, they made 8 changes from the game in Kingston against
us. 8 changes, right.
Yes.
And
so they played a weakened team. They weakened the team intentionally against us.
Well, I don't know. I don't know.
Well, the more concerning aspect of it, or they sliced us open easily. Played through our midfield like it was nothing in the first 20 minutes.
I remember the man get a goal at 20 minutes, but it was offside.
Yeah, it was slightly offside. But I said in the manner in which they were cutting us open in that first 20 minutes, but was worrisome.
I don't know. No, and then the coach will tell you, boy, they never surprised. If you never surprised, I know say man will come hard. What is it that you use to counter them? You understand? Yeah. I don't know. I like what I call I don't. Why it was tough, you know, because.
No, but remember, you know, as bad as we are, you know, because of who we are up and down. You see, the teams that we're going to face in World Cup qualification, they're worse than us, you know. So even though we have beat our team about our inconsistency, you see, Curacao and Bermuda and Trinidad, they are far more inconsistent than us.
Guatemala, based on the history, is worse than us.
No. I'm saying the gap between us and those teams are much wider than the gap between us and Guatemala.
I don't think so.
No, man, I know you don't know the teams that we're going to play, man. You have no clue, like I said.
I put it this way.
Trinidad, you watch the Trinidad game the other day?
No, I never see the game.
Embarrass my boss. America don't embarrass us that way. So if you want to look at it that way, I can say, look at Trinidad in their game in the World Cup. America would not have embarrassed us that way.
The challenge I have, you know, is that when story comes to bump and it's time to play Orville,
listen,
it's a total different game.
Even the amount of struggles we have, my boss, it's clear. But me I say, we're talking about Bermuda try. We're talking about Trinidad who we have battered and bruised over the last 5 or 6 years.
Well, make us see.
Curacao might be a challenge, but me I say over 2 legs that we're supposed to get the better.
But what I'm talking about is Gold Cup, you know. I'm not talking about that. So that's
the Gold Cup and one build up, man.
Them say the coach was hired not to win World Cups. World Cup.
The coach needed.
You know, you hear me tell us, I call a JFF man this morning. Say, Mr. Higgins,
you know,
we are the coach at this stage get us exactly where we want.
So it's a dress rehearsal.
He has won his group. So we top our group, and therefore we are a seeded team. At Trinidad and Curacao, them.
Orville, believe me, he's a fool. Well, no disrespect to the man, but we've said that.
The man said the coach has us exactly where they want.
I don't want to use the word.
Where they had hoped the coach would have.
I don't want to use the word, but anybody say that don't deserve his position.
No, but on the lie, them tell you, the coach.
Because remember,
you couldn't hope for no better than this, you know. You will.
Orville, remember.
The easiest draw by far.
You don't just go and pass and then turn up and play World Cup. Is what you're playing now with build you up to there.
I tell you, the man, them said the coach have where them want.
Me there for year. Anyway.
We say they have here.
Me not tell us me agree with the man. Me tell you what the man
talk about the Guatemala game. Remember, what was it? Game and Low came and said, well, we know what we need to do to win Guatemala. I am the vice captain, right? That's what him saying before the game. Now. We know what we need to do. I see there. The man could have beat by 3, you know. The header could have gone in front of the goalkeeper.
No, the scoreline was flattering. The scoreline was very flattering for Joe, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, you are panic, but the JFF now panic. No.
All right, boss, man, I hear you.
Are certain elements within the JFF. Let me put it
championship, boy, I'm looking forward to a good championship. I was a bit worried earlier, but I kind of getting back to the mode of having some confidence based on how I see the athletes them coming to their own.
Yeah.
And I'm really looking forward. By the way, that was mentioned this morning, Orville, about the guys who may not turn up. But,
you mean for the trials?
Yeah, for the trial, yeah. What's going on with Ilian though? Anybody have any news about going?
After Thursday we will know. Because if you're not
we can't talk to Thursday, boss, man. I mean,
you have to, because we haven't heard anything all year.
You know, you can't just give up on Corona Championship, Orville.
No, maybe she practice privately. So make we see.
Yeah.
Then if she's out, we're not going to surprise then, my boss. You're right.
I want to say, Orville, what I want to say as principle, and I realize in Jamaica we don't do that. You know, we don't communicate to our fans. We keep them in the dark. And I can't see the problem. You go out and say, well, listen, I try, but where I'm 50%, there's no guarantee. But, you know, I work. Another year, next year, I'll be back to my own, or later down the year or something. But everything just quiet. I assume that she's not in Jamaica then, because at least somebody know that something is going on.
Yeah.
Where is she being coached?
I don't
Jamaica
know.
Overseas?
I don't know.
Nobody know.
After Thursday, we will know, my boss. I can't wait the extra 2 days.
When are the 100 meter?
Trial is the end of the month, you know.
Yeah, but the heat's gonna go on during the week, and then Saturday will be the big thing.
Yeah, well, when
Saturday.
When the schedule come out,
yeah.
You're not going to trial?
Yes, man. I was acting there. I was at the one recently.
The Grand Prix, Racers Grand Prix.
Yes, man.
Yeah,
okay. Yeah, man. That was good.
All right, Emirates. Make we leave it.
Blessed, man. Blessed.
Yeah, man. Thanks for the call, Emirates.
Yeah, man. Cool.
Big up.
All right, back on line. Hello. Hello.
All right, so.
Hello. I don't understand. Try again. The person dead about them no one talk. No man, then if the same person hold up the line, then you drop it. All right. So 615-284. Huh? Call one of these 2 lines. I don't know if maybe the person not hearing us. 615-2841 or 676-6968. Let's try again. Hello.
Big up, man. Them.
Yeah, man. Wagwan.
Big up, Paul.
There. Zidane.
Yes, sir.
It's like the Union Dayman Law and whosoever is telling any coach that put you know, so at some serious level still. About 2 coaches now with some farmer sense have Dayman Law play midfield. McLaren was working at Manchester and an assistant coach in the big man. Win the Dutch league, you know. Iceland coach, Iceland got World Cup, you know.
Yes.
And know the likes and see ball like Sigiston and Harrison and them when they play football and then think it was sensible to put. I cannot be the coach then. Most some other things where he's telling them, say, oh, let's put this one there, and they come like them have to say, oh yeah, we put him there. And it's a joke. Cannot progress the ball up to the attacking players. And it was so easy for our wingers to get double up. Because we don't have somebody in the middle of the park who can take the ball and move the ball around. Yeah. One of the key things that was happening last night was
Probably the two worst defensive midfielders Jamaica ever have in Latty Bodier and Damian Lowe find themselves in the middle. Because when Latty Bodier invert,
Yes.
him and Damian Lowe,
Yes.
Did you see how slow these men are?
Yeah, man, it was pathetic. No, but it was seriously pathetic, Baba. And the commentator was at pains to point out, say, what are these guys? This is too slow. It can't do that.
Explain to the listeners. If you are a midfielder, pass the ball so slow, it gives the defenders time for them to come over. Two of them, especially on Cephas time. Cephas.
Yes.
There was one time it happened and Cephas got away. The ball was pinged into
it was Pinnock. It's a pit, yeah.
And Pinnock
switch it quickly.
And
yes.
Quickly.
Yes.
And as Cephas got it.
A one-on-one now. And it was destroyed. Yeah, man. Turn him
run.
Inside out. Yeah.
Turn him inside out. All right.
So it has to happen quickly. Brilliant point. Yes, it needs.
These two midfielders that we have collecting the ball from the defenders, and none of them is on the half turn. Meaning that every time they collect the ball, they back turn to the game. So they have to take 2 and 3 push. 1, to put the ball straight on. 2, to not open their body. And then 3, to make a pass.
That's why I to the call. I said, don't kill Cephas. Don't too pressure Cephas. Hold the line. We'll take a break. We're coming.
Are you ready for something mega? Spend $6,500 or more before GCT. Drop your entry in the box and you can win a 2025 Hyundai Tucson. It's the Mega Wheels 2 promotion. April 5th to September 28th. Second prize, a $50,000 shopping spree every month for a year. Third prize, a $30,000 shopping spree every month for a year. Brought to you by Hyundai, Redstone, Heineken, True Milk, Brinks, Walker's Wood, Downing, CPJ Daiquiri, and Carryburst Juice Concentrate. Only at Megamart. Locations island-wide. Megamart. Best value by far. Authorized under Section 58.3 of the Rating Gaming and Lotteries Act.
Jamaica! It's time for Make a Move with Jamaica Moves. The Corporate Wellness Challenge 8x8 edition is here. 8 challenges, 8 months, 1 healthier workforce. Brought to you by the Ministry of Health and Wellness. This national movement pushes companies to compete, connect, transform your workplace 1 challenge at a time. Launch date Thursday, June 19, 2025. Register your company online at moh.gov.jm and lock in your spot. The Jamaica Moves Corporate Wellness Challenge 8x8 edition. Creating healthier workplaces for a healthier Jamaica.
It is your right to know what you want. Information at your fingertips. It's for the man in the streets, for those in business. Information for everybody. No one has it, so you can use it to develop your community. Your right to know information at your fingertips.
A message from the Access to Information Unit.
You're listening to Jamaica's first and number 1 daytime sports calling show, The Sports Desk.
All right, welcome back. Back with you, bud.
Another thing now. I don't hear anybody talk about it. Do you see how easy it was for that team to counter-attack us?
Yeah, man, them slice us through us easily.
Even the goal that we conceded is on the counter, you know?
Yes.
It's very easy when you have somebody in the middle of the park playing central defensive midfield who does not have a...
Yeah, all right, but we're not going to blame him totally for us being counter-attack now with the space.
No, but in positioning allows us to be counter-attack, Zidane, because he's in no man's land all the time.
Well, Russell was similar as well.
Russell, remember now, when we invert, it's him and Lucky Body in there, and Russell go high like a 10.
Mm-hmm.
So when we lose the ball now, your position at the middle of the park is very important.
Yes.
Now when we lose the ball and he decides to run out of the middle of the park to try and make that first press, the man is not going to pass the ball along. And then when they cut back the ball, I see the first shot that was over the post. You saw what Andre Blake was saying to him, big man, you for the day, so.
Yes, I remember.
On top,
yeah.
He was nowhere to be found. Now can we blame a man who's low is 35 now? I start blaming him.
He must old, man. He must old, man. About 32.
He can't learn to play central midfield now.
Yeah.
He can't learn it now. He never going to learn how to play it. He cannot play it. Whoever put him in there, something wrong. And it's not one coach, and it's not two coach, and then coach is supposed to have sense, big man.
Yes.
You cannot play there.
No, you can't.
And if you're going to invert like that, it'll cause problem. Let's talk about the coach now. Some things, because I'm watching us losing the game, I'm going to say, all right, let me see what he's going to do. Stop invert, and him send on, what's the with that name again?
Palmer.
And he also send on some players who I think he believe can carry, because the instruction from, you can clearly see that, what's the left right back name again?
Lembisika.
Yes, every time he got the ball, as the team sitting back on you, one of the things you have to do, carry the ball to them.
Yes.
Force them to come out.
Yeah,
force them to move. So I see the left back trying a thing. But every time the man look up to try the right back trying a thing, every time he look up to cross the ball, there was nobody there enough. And one time he get a chance to cross the ball, Pinnock put the ball over the post.
Yeah, Pinnock should have done better with that.
That's our bread and butter.
Yeah, man.
5-man target.
With his height and his heading ability as a defender, man. Yeah, fit the target.
That's a fit.
It was Lembekisa. It was a brilliant cross.
Yeah, he put it on the left foot and then maybe that's why people think
switch
it to his
yeah, man, it's Lembekisa, which is what me think the coach said one from him, you know. The fact that go up and cross. But my problem with that Ethan Pinnock, you know, Ethan Pinnock is the best defender, but he ain't play too slow. But I thought he improved in that last night. But the three leaders of that team is three Jamaican. Blake, Bailey, and Damian Lowe. Ethan Pinnock is too good a figure not to be a bigger leader upon the field. More of a vocal leader, more of an inspirational leader.
Think of the situation when come into.
I don't know you.
Like I didn't come in one time, you know.
No man, but him with film status, with the ratings where him have amongst the other people, him can be a greater inspirational leader.
If he was more present, maybe then. Remember, I
well, but him leadership role have to include that as well. Where the team where Ethan knows that Ethan, you're one of the 3 or 4 sure pick on a team, you know, when no matter why you are gonna play every game once you're available. You know? So you have to take up the mantle and know say you him is much too laid back a personality for me. As much as anything else about that team.
So anyways, we're looking forward now to what is going to happen now. Because now the group Guatemala might be.
What do you mean what will happen? We're going to Jamaica, come on. Go to Jamaica, go on, boy. Not the team that can't beat Panama, my boss. I'd be shocked.
All right.
I would know we lose and look like Damian Lowe suffered that injury as well. Remember, we shot at the back. Where's Bernard, though, bull? Where's the Sean Bernard?
I don't know what happened to him, you know.
Because you know we shot at Sula McCullough, the man them gone for you know, and Kyle Ming them go up there, you know.
No man, them go for all my boy, the Kevin and this nothing them add into.
No, but I'm saying Lowe limped off and it looked like a serious injury. I'm not sure if he can recover for the next.
In disguise.
No man, no. What about him as a central defender, man? He's okay.
King and Pinnock you're working with.
Yeah, but what if something happens?
Okay, we understand.
You understand? So you're short no, totally.
Nothing will happen in the next 2 games.
And Latibo, I'm sure Latibo there would have been a guy that they thought could play central defensive, but now he's going to have to play defensive midfield.
Yeah, definitely. But
yeah,
I was trying to say no. Against Panama, we don't want to look too forward. They need to win the next game. And against Panama,
and you have to win the next game big because through you lose a game, no one will score no goal. You have to win the next game big because you might have a situation where 3 teams are on 6 points.
Because our teams might be on 6 points.
Yes.
I'm just thinking when we play against Panama, they like to see us now becomes a lot more important because Panama will decide it. Panama will want to come out and play some ball.
Yes.
And see us going to have enough space to play some football. So it's not, we just need to beat up that side, yeah. We'll play next. And then we try to take it from there. You know? But January, look away. And you look away on the coaching staff too. When it comes down to now, the in-game adjustment lacking.
What's your thoughts on Mikel Antonio? That decision to play in that.
In play 10 minutes, him still have the power there. Look a bit heavy, as you would expect.
I look far better than how I think he would.
Yeah, because him brush off a couple man off a football and I try to do a thing, but you know, look a bit.
Yeah. I think the coach just really want Mikel Antonio to be in shape for him come September, October, and November.
Maybe
it's hard to see with Mikel Antonio, Leon Bailey, Cephas, Damarai Gray. If we hadn't come back, we can't beat Bermuda, Panama, Curacao. Me would have stop watch football at Jamaica.
I just still the only
me would have stopped.
The game we think we're going to drop points in the World Cup campaign is away to Curacao. That's the only game I think. we're going to have some problem. Other than that,
but we have to play a role when we full up the stadium. So when the Bermuda them frightened and afraid and them say I see a yellow and all that 30,000 strong.
Last night, most probably feel to the Jamaicans like them they got them all.
Yes.
Because a couple Mexican got
yeah.
Mexican them
we want to squeeze one more. We don't want to say we are keep you long. And the person sound like him away long.
All right.
Big up.
No problem. Big up on yourself.
All right, hello. 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 What is that? Somebody did that whole and get drop again.
Try back the line, my boss. All right, 615-2841. That's 615-2841 or 676-6968. We can squeeze one last one before we get out of here. Call through and let your voice be heard.
All right, tell me what Astar is the person there? No? Yeah. Hello.
Hello, Orville.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, good afternoon. You know, me not a football, man. But you see, let me tell you what happened to Jamaican football, you see? I was watching the guys them train there, some footballers training the other day. And because of the surface of the field, you see, when the ball is kicked to a man, and them can't just rush him, have to stand up and watch what the ball is going to do, because the ball a drop from stone and the ball a move all kind of way. That's why we man them move so slow, you know. That's the problem with them. If we don't get proper surface to play on, where a man can trust the bounce as the ball comes to him, he can move forward to it, him not have to hesitate.
Yeah, that was the previous team though. Most of these players play on top quality surfaces, my boss.
No, they are low and all them, man. And Jamaica then learn to play football, man.
Oh, but low in play slow. So yeah.
And what I do is these guys will play for Jamaica, man. You have to watch out. It's because the surface that them playing on. We have to improve the surface. First of all, if we want to get good footballer.
May not have too much arguments.
Huh?
I won't have too many arguments with you with that. In our formative years, the youth them can just knock it without if you actually look pan the ball till it reach your foot.
Right, the ball can come and you can look.
So once a man pass it to you, you can be looking around as to what you going to do with it, because you can you can trust the pace and the bones coming to you.
Right. And we have to understand, you know, in former years, you see the Sugar Estates, all of them used to have decent, fairly decent football to the grass, you know, and the communities, because even when you run every day with them building factories, they must have some decent feel all about the place. But we don't have them we don't have those things again to develop the players. So if we don't correct that, we'll never have good footballers.
Sad, but it's play a part.
Have to correct that, man.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, man. You want me to touch a little pan? We have time can touch a little pan the cricket now?
Yes.
We have anybody at all? All right, Metro, go on. Yeah, we can squeeze you a few.
Yeah, man. This West Indies team, I don't know, but I have a problem with Sammy being the coach, you know. The vibes thing, the vibes up thing, and also cricket play, you know, cricket not play by vibes, them kind of vibes, you know. Cricket play by technical, you know.
No, man, don't underestimate that part right
there. Eh?
Don't underestimate what a motivational coach can do. It can help, man. Now I don't make we beat up with the number one and not like that, but
it can. But if you put that's the only thing you bring to the
No, that can't be hard.
But no, that's Sammy bring man. Well, Sammy can bring to the team.
I think Sammy understand T20 cricket in a film era better than most. I don't know that the team is adjusting to what T20 cricket is like now.
Yeah, but Orville, this swiping where we believe they can work all the while. Now go work. You remember say the bowlers them, the Badger and all them man, they used to make we win. And the batting too much used to make we win the match, you know.
No, I decided it was both.
Badger and the man that we used to pull
man, don't any side with Pollard and Gale and Russell and that it was a two-way thing, man. Marlon at the final, them and them. So.
Yeah, yes, but
so give credit. We had some power hitters.
Yeah, but
Pollard and Russell and Gale and.
But Orville, if you make 1,000 runs and you're not the ball,
but you have to make the 1,000 first. So don't spoil the car, man. We had explosive batting and we had great bowling as
well. Yeah, but how much time the match, apart from when Marlon and
enough other time we make 200 and defend it, man.
Apart from when them guys, the batsmen, them, what time the
point now, man, there are times when the opposition make 170 and 180 and we lick them off. Or there are times when we make 196 and defend it. If the man them could have bat, we wouldn't win the T20 numbers. If we never have good T20 batsmen. No, none of that we disagree, my boss.
Well, me still believe, because if you look at England the other day, Joe wrote winning match in England, you know.
Metro, we had good batting and good bowling. Argument not done, man. We had Chris Gayle and Pollard and Russell and Johnson Charles, man. So obvious, someone enough of us. Then a swipe in T20 cricket was about and still largely about. It's just that we only can swipe. But there are times some T20 we are swiping and go win you. Flat deck, small field, better swipe and make the most runs.
Yeah,
well, the point, man.
Well, to a point,
yeah.
All right.
Yeah, man, cool.
All right, Metro. All right, that is it. Big up to all the listeners. Big up to all the callers. Big up to Henry. Heron Henry was back with us after his ordeal. Big up to Oster Hoyt. Big up to the listeners. And once again, you listeners, I'm inviting you to the June 28th all-in-one. Come and watch some football and support the bar. Food will be on sale as well. And if you like to party and look at people, young people, you come in the night. That should be a good one. But it's an all-day thing. Football Commission will be filled with a lot of good local quality scrimmage ball and some good big field ball over there as well. So you can come watch a nice competition. But if you want to bring aside 15 toes for the entry fee, 300 toes for the winning team plus 2 nice bottles. That's Cadwell Football Field, June 28th. That's at the top of the primary school road. You must, once you come into the Winner Park and ask where the Park Primary, just turn on that road and come straight up. All right, join us tomorrow. Same place, same time, and all over again. Until then, have yourselves a wonderful evening.